itu masalahnya.
Nah, yang punya dekat situ rumahnya di
Bengkel apa rumahnya?
Rumahnya tuh di kalau dari arah Masjid Bintaro nih, bawah.
Di kiri kan?
Mau ke arah BP, kan perempatan tuh. Ya ada uban ke kaki. Nah, itu belok kiri. Apa namanya? Tanjung Duren ya? Bukan ya? Apa?
Tanjung Pinang.
Bengkel
Itulah.
yang Six itu bukannya di veteran?
Bukan.
Veteran anjir. Yakin gua. Gua ingetnya mobil yang warna hijaunya yang belakangnya. Ada stiker 66 ya kan belakang.
Sih Prapanca.
Bahaya nih kenapa jadi gue feeling Faze ya?
Itu cepat cucian doang.
Face dong.
Duh, tapi gue udah pick
Cucian
Navi
doang
nyo anjing di koinnya.
Gue face.
Kalau bengkelnya kalau nggak di
Ada. Ente dah, gua gold lu diamond dah, udah.
Jadi, let's go.
Statistik tapi kan lawan tim-tim gimana? Menang Navi sih. Mana nih tadi yang nampung? Lu nampung nyo? Gocap kan?
Gila lihat yang nonton guys.
Lu pasti kan nyo?
Ini
Gue banget ya.
udah
Ayo,
kayak
Face.
iya anjing udah kayak nonton MU lawan Liverpool
Iya.
anjing.
Kalau Navi menang utang lu lunas.
Kalau Navi menang,
Iya. Berarti kalau Face menang cepet ya.
Kalau Face menang cepet.
Oke, deal.
Gua on your side, Pit. Gua Navi, Pit.
Anggur.
Harus cari lawan kan. Megang Faze getar semua.
Navi.
Gocap.
Kalau gua kalah kan Basbus.
Di Twitch mapnya udah pilih belum?
Cuman lu doang, Bak.
Udah. Inferno, Nuk,
Ancient.
Inferno Face ya?
Face.
Navi nih.
Let's go. Indo basketnya ini loh, Yo. Medali emas di SEA Games.
Cari tiket sih, Singapura Oktober.
Tanggalnya belum keluar tapi kan.
Kita ke kasino dulu lah. Anjing.
Itu seru sih sebenarnya anjing. Nonton dia juga pasti seru anjing.
Kalau di Sentosa
Ngantuk Pit tapi Pit kalau farming doang gitu ya Pit. Wah ngantuk. Pasti ketiduran.
Dota jadul.
Pasti ada kalau tiap pasti ada aja yang farming.
Masa Dota di Mas Ikip?
Ntar orang-orang pada bingung, ini kenapa jadi bau Amer ya arenanya?
tergantung mental.
Bingung mereka bau Amer.
Masa di Singapura bawa Amer Kip ngetot. Itu kan di Jakarta anjing.
Semerbak Amer kita buat arenanya.
Ke kasino dulu, Kip. Cari modal dulu buat mabok.
Kita jadi bandar Amer po, muter-muter ngasih plastik kan, muter-muter ngasih plastik.
Sedih banget sih.
Cari duit.
Susah ya mental kak nih.
Ya
Habis itu
ampun.
kita ngasih judi deh.
Manggarai
Beli
cabut.
di bandara mabok di apartemen gitu. Daripada beli Amer anjing sedih banget.
Idenya norak banget.
Nyo.
Itu
Gocapnya apa kita
Laskora,
masukin ke
daripada
Navi
dia lu.
dan Face, Yo?
Apa?
Gocapnya masukin ke Navi sama Face nih.
Apa ya?
Gocap.
Ya udah,
Apa?
gue face.
Ya udah gue Navi ya.
Ya.
Milan juara ya?
Belum dong, Internya belum ini. Gocap permap apa gocap
Kalau-
PO3 nih?
Kalau Milan menang kan nggak perlu.
BO3 lah.
Wih, oddsnya dikit banget loh.
5 apa 3 sih?
3-3. Wih, sama 3-0 dong. BO3. Enggak ini Inter.
Ayo Bumich on fire lagi dong Bumich.
Oke, menang lagi.
Dra, suara gede dikit dong.
Udah juara anjing Milan.
Udah kan?
Udah juara.
Berapa tahun?
Gua kira bohongan sih,
Delapan sembilan.
Oh, berangkat tuh.
The game of Counter-Strike showing consistency that players
Oh.
need
years to achieve in months.
I think this is a great point that even with all that time, we haven't delved that deep into
Bisa lagi
players
dulu,
like
nggak
Bit,
usah berangkat
who
TI.
I think it's fair to say didn't exactly, I don't want to use the strongest word as save, but he's held them together when it wasn't working that well, right, Pim? And now he also has a chance to shine on this stage.
I agree, but I also do want to say that we haven't seen Bit in a grand final
Atau
or
lu
major
setuju
pressure,
TI
right?
dulu?
It was relatively easy for Navi to win the last major, if I
yang
may
buat
say
kita
that, right?
ngumpul
That's
tuh
how
alkohol
good they
doang,
were.
nggak ada alkohol
It
nggak
was
ngumpul.
no, but it was easy. It was easy thanks to Bit, right? It was easy thanks to him playing so fantastically well. Now I do want to say, what happens when you get into a 14-14 scenario and Bit is perhaps not having a great game? That's when you get to see the character of him. He's still young, 19 years of age, as you said, in a major grand final for the second time in a row. But I want to see him be pressured. I want to see him raise up to the occasion when they need him the most, not when they're winning a final, leading 15-2.
The thing about Bit is that for Kerrigan and the rest of Faze, they study the demos on Bit. They know his entry route, the flashes that are going to support him, but his time to kill is so fast, it doesn't even matter sometimes. Highest headshot percentage in the game right now. This guy is the most mechanically consistent player for me in the world. He is so dominant in 50-50 duels, it feels like it's not even fair, even if you're against star players like we have on Faze.
Many of them, it's not even fair. To your point, haven't even mentioned Perfecto that much when he comes in with the mastermind and clutches, twist the same. And I think this is why we are excited to kind of watch this match, because to me it is also about kind of expectation and then how they can do even better than those expectations, and who is going to step up between Faze and between Navi to the level we need them to in order to hoist that trophy.
It's like a box of chocolates, right? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be when you have Perfecto? Who's always good. They can absolutely save you. Perfecto can do it. Everyone on the server is
Absolutely crazy. What a
Lah di
match
GTA
we
gue
have
sering
here.
bannya
Faze
kempes.
versus Navi, who will lift the trophy. We're gonna start
kamu
on
jambak sih ya, kamu
Inferno, and
jambak
I
sih.
hope that Machine and Sponge have an amazing
Minum
time.
dulu kan tapi.
Let's go, guys.
Minum dulu.
Oke,
Impossible not to have an amazing time with what is ahead of us.
Gue pengen banget ketemu David, gue pernah ketemu David in person gitu.
Wah, jangan. Kampungan kalau minum tuh kampungan. Cina paling kampungan yang temuin dar.
Stres
lo ada. Baik lo bak diem lo.
Lu bayangin aja kita lagi di Blok M dia lari-lari mau muntahin gua orang.
Nggak kayak yang penting pantat lu nggak putih kan?
Iya.
Kalau pantat lu putih bahaya kan?
Lu kan di sini pantatnya putih dikit sekarang. Bak.
After this best of 3. I got a fun fact for you, Chad. I'm speaking to the audio guy.
Yang gue tahu sih lu sama Iki.
The crowd were as loud as an air.
Let's go Navi.
Suaranya gede dikit tuh.
So let's do it one last
Tai
time. It's
berisik banget di ini gue anjing. Di headset gue berisik banget, cok.
Pistols on Inferno. The very first round, the very first
Anjing, sekarang meta banget ya. Duel Beretta anjing.
It begins here.
Ini berarti major pertama offline ya? Sejak COVID ya?
Kayaknya yang kemarin offline ya, yang 2021.
Yang ada penonton nih.
Yang Navi menang.
Iya.
Ada.
Cuma ini yang paling banyak penontonnya anjing, gila anjing ini.
Ayam.
Bunyi itu tadi si Brocky.
Faze gearing up now, util in hands. There's a lot riding on this pistol.
Simple. Aduh.
Bit having a go down as well, out low. It's just him. Space and bomb plant acquired. Faze Clan have the advantage. Simple looking to change things. Those bullets are fast. They're furious. And I'm sure Navi will be too. Perfecto though. Not out of it yet.
Nggak susah, 3 kepala, Perfecto.
You must close the gap, close it fast, flash through.
Aduh, cok.
And only
Dah. Saving.
Find the first round. Haven't quite seen an arena this full for Counter-Strike in many years.
Gila ya yang nontonnya ya. Hah? Buset.
Konser Peter Pan.
Hah? Apa sih? Anjing, konser Peter Pan gitu.
Bener loh.
Aduh, Ken, ada Ken.
Ada Ken.
Ken di Antwerp sekarang berarti.
Gila yang nontonnya anjing. Ini IESF Bali Desember gimana ya yang nontonnya?
Tuh nggak ada kualifikasinya kapan sih?
Hah?
Kualifikasinya gimana dah tuh?
Nggak ngerti gue juga.
Gila anjing yang ngatur babi.
Belum ada announcementnya sama sekali qualifiernya gimana.
Makanya saya yang itu Soeb David dah, mantan bos David.
Cuma katanya desas-desusnya tuh IESF tuh kayak apa ya? Kayak pokoknya tim Indo harus Indo semua isinya. Kayak Thailand mau ikut gitu. Bentet nggak bisa ikut. Harus Cina semua.
Nah, Bentet kan Cina.
Iya juga sih, cuma warga negaranya kan bukan anjing. Oh, kartu merah ya? Kartu merah ya, Pit ya?
Kurang nalar, Pit. Susah, Pit.
Tolong keep di briefing.
Halo, gue briefing. Set berisik banget tuh arena ya.
Iya anjing.
Gue bingung sih mereka pakai headset yang buat ngeblok suara gitu masih kedengeran ya.
Apalagi ini anjing headsetnya Mobile Legends ngentot.
Pakai bang.
Itu kalau MPL sih headsetnya udah kagak tahu headset apa, headset dapat dari ini kayaknya anjing. Dapat dari apa? Garuda anjing.
Waduh.
Ini simple bunuh lagi satu. Cing.
Aduh. Mampus.
Karigan kayak David sama Dapin anjing. Aduh, Karigan.
Indonesia PUBG
emas ya.
Basketnya menang juga, Bro.
Basketnya emas juga tuh.
Basket Indo.
Iya, kaget gak lu?
Ada satu keturunan Kamerun gede banget badannya, Pit.
Oh iya,
Indo Kamerun Kit.
Iya.
What the
Anjing
fuck?
gue liat gede banget kan pas liat berita keturunan Kamerun.
Liar tuh.
Kata-kata rasis akan keluar.
Jangan dong, lagi live dong, jangan dong.
Liar tuh lihat.
kategori BBC.
Kategori BBC ngentot.
Itu mah tontonan Ikip ngentot.
Slow and steady wins the race here on the T side. You don't want to overstep, you don't want to give anything over.
Itu udah pribadi skip. Jangan mail-mail gua lu.
Dia mah kalau itu ngajak-ngajak ya Peter.
Iya, kalau mau rangkulannya banyak dipikir kan.
Ngomong salah.
Dia pikir rangkulannya banyak kan.
Kira di sini gua buat teman atau buat musuh.
Molly's rain on out. Stalling any Navi early peaks. They've hold them back for now.
Biasa.
Nggak tahu yang dirangkul sering dikhianatin Kak Kenton. Sering ditai-taiin dia.
Tapi kalau semangat bikinnya harus kalau semangat.
Nggak inget Kak, lu di warnet nungguin angkot.
Bangsat itu. Di warnet lebih seru daripada lu konten sendiri.
Presence and pressure.
You have to take a risk around like this from Navi, right? You're down to just the pistols here. You're hoping you've gambled correctly.
Jagung lobby.
The question is, do they want to block them or do they want to let them in? Ideally, you have to run through the grey screen here if you are Navi.
Still 60 seconds.
Sumpah stage-nya berisik banget anjing.
Ini Perfecto dapet kayaknya nih.
Seru banget Mas.
Gila, mereka lawan Iko ya, masih kayak begini loh mainnya loh. Kalau kita sih udah tabrak-tabrak aja lah anjing.
Mereka dapat telur headshot nih bang, simple headshot.
Iya.
Ah enggak.
11 tahun ya nggak pernah.
Kepisok, ngentot.
A blade straight to the chest.
Save lagi
But walks away from
dong.
it. That will be the 3-0 conversion, and convincingly so.
Yeah, very clean stuff. Hasn't been a moment of worry so far coming out of Faze.
Ini ngelek-ngelek kenapa sih? Sidra lek ya.
Great stuff as well for the likes of Brokey and Twist to get on the board early. These two individuals
Harusnya enggak
represent
ya?
their countries. The first from Latvia, Canada. You've got Robs from Estonia as well to represent their country in a major grand final.
Norway.
Well, Rain was there before, back with that Boston final, I think, that has haunted them for many years.
Oh, that one.
Twist tuh balik lagi kayak waktu eranya Liquid, gila kenceng banget nih sekarang.
Watching from home with your feet up as your team.
Tapi dia bisa nge-clutch nggak, Bang?
Lift the
Hah?
trophy this
Kayaknya sih
year.
Bisa
bisa.
nge-clutch nggak? Bisa nge-clutch.
Ya bisa lah, punya potensi. Ya tinggal dipoles saja.
But it
Ini
is
tuh
time,
tajam
Chad.
itu loh.
Are you ready for our first
Si
gunny?
Twist tuh dipoles.
A little bit of a bonus here out of Faze. They've got this
Booming
back
ya,
10
jadi
in the hands
booming
of
ya kalau
Brokey.
kayak
Booming,
Not looking
booming.
out for him just yet, but Navi are into the full buys.
Ada.
More flavor their way. Defensive smoke drop top banana. That's going to isolate any early information for Navi as Rain up and to that boiler room quite quickly. This is fast for the mid control.
Kartuin tau tadi kalau cuma berdua tuh.
Look how passive Navi. They're not leering mid. They're not taking any fights. They're giving them over.
Ayo banget.
Jago ngelobi, Pit. Jago
Chipped
ngelobi.
on down a bit of flak damage. Beats the pressure point that Karrigan wants to work on here early.
Kentot.
Coba lu serius.
Anjing, utilnya Navi sih tinggal dikit loh, anjing.
Oh, little bit of damage inflicted. Unconfirmed, but
Kalau dapet serius.
Have a lot of room, right?
Si
Faze
Twist
right now, they have all the room that they could hope for and some more.
masih
Struggling here, Perfecto.
Oh, gila, juggling smoke. Pemain sirkus, Bang.
More to the fight on B.
a couple of spares. That will work out nicely with the time remaining.
Just note Simple's
Bisa
position
lebih
here.
lagi sih, Bang.
If this is a committal, he can get over and help this
Kalau
two-man
misalnya
hold
itu,
out
Twist
very,
yang
very
dorong-dorong,
quickly. So the
Bang.
response time on this will be fast.
Wih, lanjut. Seru nih.
Digoreng lagi, digoreng.
Nah, seru.
Wah, ini nice banget net ya. Boom.
Gue nggak mau bilang tar lah ya. gua
Boosting,
boosting.
boosting, boosting.
Navi back into the dumps.
Kasih Bumbla kenapa pirang gitu?
Simple has
Mati
signed,
Karrigan.
takes down the leader.
Mati Ren. Aduh, dilepas.
Aurora across 20 seconds, running out of players. It's up to the
Aduh, weaving boom bitch.
time. So much damage, 1 HP on Simple, but he does fell Twists. A nice upgrade, a valuable one, a compulsory one. Rops alongside
Wah,
for the
berat
ride.
nih.
Yet to die. Long range,
Aduh.
frame from Brokey.
Aduh. Beat. Waduh.
Now 1 HP, Twist. Handiwork may very well haunt Simple. And his attempt here in the clutch time, very low. Brokey 6 feet lower. Simple 1 HP. Rob's yet to die. Who comes down?
Aduh, nggak weave.
Swing.
We see the 4-0 Navi yet to get
Ya,
it
lu
done.
nyamain gue sama Simple. Thank you lu.
Barusan tuh lo yang main.
Stack over towards B, so they execute come in.
Nggak konsisten anjing nih Cina
They get
tuh.
the opening kill. Looks like they were trading quite efficiently onto the side.
Barusan tuh
But it's
kayak
that
lo.
star trio.
Berarti gue kayak Simple gitu kesimpulannya.
Necessary kills on that side, close it down, and the aggression that they were able to continue within those fights. They weren't allowing Navi to set up in that
Tapi
retake.
Navi sih selalu rusak sih di Inferno anjing.
Gila sih game
CZ
sunset.
Simple with something a little bit out of the box here.
Gila Bumits, gila.
A bit more avant-garde, a little off the beaten path.
It's a very powerful
Anjing.
position from
I
Simple
die
here.
katanya.
Simple pakai XM gitu.
Down the corner.
Ya udah, Bang.
Alligator
Bilang
might munch
mantep,
away at a
ntar
couple of
cobain
Faze
tuh
players
pasti
here
tuh.
when they do try their luck at that mid
Aduh,
control.
gak lagi dah.
Itu kan.
Gak lagi dah.
Mentality out of Faze here. You can see them grouping together, clearing this out as a unit. They have the utility to do so.
Mantep.
Boomish's
Yakuza,
sixth sense
Yakuza.
tingles.
Yakuza. Kalau bisa sama Yakuza dah kagak bakal untung kita.
Tadi gua kagak judi ditagih anjing menang map.
Wah,
gila matnya tuh.
Gila 25, 8, 21 anjing. Dalam Pak. Ini deres nih darah nih. Wah. Wah.
And Simple ready to stand tall.
Aduh, aduh.
Karigannya gede banget movementnya.
What is Bit supposed to do? A Kevlar vest and a Deagle.
Aduh.
Absolutely nothing. And the same case for
Wah, rusak Navi.
spotted out. Nice find, but
Tadi yang mau bilang mantap Simple itu siapa tuh tadi?
Asa Simple Plans.
Enggak, yang tadi bilang Simple pakai XM mantap siapa tuh?
Bako.
Oh, Bako. Udah lah, Bak. Simple aja cuma dapat 1, apalagi lu, Bak.
Bagian ini gue untungnya lucu sih.
Segampang itu tuh si Ikip pindah side tuh, Bak.
Iya, gue tim David.
Nggak plus lu
Lu sama aja, Aliman lu sama Sim.
So the T-sided AWP, if Simple has one and he loses it, Brokey might pick it up, right? That's why I want to see it come into play here. But just want to note the selfless nature of Carrigan there, right? Him jumping forward, you saw that raw Simple's crosshair wide. If he just jiggle peeked, like most players would, the art of the wide swing is dead, right? So Carrigan just jumping wide, drawing that crosshair, save them a few more bodies. So big stuff from the leader as we get back underway into round number 6. Still no AWP out in play for Navi here, but will they try and take some aggressions, find an opener? Well, speak of the orb, here it is from Brokey, aggressive maneuver forward, will be noted.
He's fired off the shot and it echoes across Inferno. Navi all too aware now. You can see this scouting party starting to poke and prod towards the apartments.
Wah, anjing. Waduh.
Into it.
Nih, buat nih orang
Put on notice there. Chipped on down to 26, so he's going to have to operate a little bit more passive here. Rob shouldn't be a problem for him. But this is just the standard Inferno at the moment. It's about pulling utility, it's about playing the chessboard, taking it slow, the default spreads.
Ah, itu flash apa anjing?
Dari si Bumi si
I
Abuta.
heard from Carrigan's interview about T-side Inferno feeling like one of their best in the pool. Everyone on the same page. I can imagine that's a euphoric feeling.
Gila, menit 40 masih begini anjing, masih pada pegang util. Coba kita pelurunya habis kayaknya anjing. Waduh, keding. Oh enggak.
Keding itu.
Tembok anjing. Aduh, astaga Bumits.
Yes.
Astaga Tuhan.
Yeah, that's the key.
No, batal no.
That was the most important kill of the entire round.
Insurance. Balik setengah menyerah tadinya.
That kill actually opened the round up completely here, and all they had to do was find those kills. You say, oh, that kill from Brokey through the smoke, miraculous stuff right there. Just being very diligent. Boomich goes down, and that's the round. This is a fantastic start for Faze. It's not often you see Navi getting blanked like this. A 6-0 start.
I mean, it would be
Ing 6-0 dong, ngentot.
if they can continue to build up on this. I mean, 6, they'd have bit your hand off. They would. And they've got it in the first 6 of play.
It's very unlikely that Navi stays this quiet, right? If Faze are able to pounce it here and just have, we're talking like a 9-10
Iya,
spread on
Faze
the
kuat
board,
banget.
that would be
Navi juga, Navi bodok banget di
It's
sini
unlikely
anjing.
to see them push that limit now as
Aduh.
saved a couple of guns. The loss bonus is in their favor,
Sikis
but
gun.
that's where the good news ends, right? You mentioned the AWP. It's not possible to get out still. Faze will be aware of that. They have them right where they want them. They know the players that they're killing. They're aware of the economy. They know the loss bonus, so they can keep running rounds like this.
Jangan ngomong sembarangan, Ikip. Gue cek
More
lo.
clean ones. You can see the cash right now from Mark and a timeout called now.
Jangan gitu dong,
The eye test here, you need someone to dig through the stats, but every time it feels like Blade calls a timeout, Navi respond with a round of their own. The coach for Navi is a mastermind, a puppet master, pulling the strings and pulling his players right where they need to be. Let's see if we get that response.
Simple tuh belum AWP.
Belum.
Yeah, they say life imitates art, but
M4 anjing dari tadi.
and Blade definitely have some parallels.
Wah, masih belum bunuh
Because of
juga.
this pace that Faze has been throwing, might see
Nih,
a
Bumits
pace
menuju James Bond.
continue if it ain't broke. Don't change it. Navi would just love to find an opening exchange here, a chance where they can find a favored duel. Look how tight Faze are playing. They're not giving anything over at all.
Yeah, Bumich has had very little to play with on his banana adventures. Chipped away at the Canadian twists on the grand final stage. Functioning with about half health. This is the flash. Brokey on
the Mongolian.
His signature weapon and looking to find a way
Dead simple.
Gila.
Keding anjing. Mati lu. Aduh. Mati nih Simple nih. Sabar dong. Aduh.
Sabar dia.
Ada. Rusak kan. Saving. Iya.
Save again. This is very miserable right now.
Ini kalau mix
I'm looking
kita
at the
nih
details of this.
dapet
How many rounds have they pressured Arch?
nggak mungkin.
They're actually trying to target Simple to left on the map. And they've done it.
Enggak, ini udah David udah pencet di all. Tolong. Tolong.
Weak point because Arch is where you rotate between the bomb sites, or they're seeking him out, trying to bait him into fights. Right? That is the perfect example right there. Faze have come in with a game plan of target Simple. How many
Mana
teams pull
Navi
that off?
anjing?
How many teams are brave enough?
Tahu anjing.
Nyeranyo.
Bumich as well. Bumich yet to find a kill. He's not finding any traction in Banana. Bit yet to get a kill.
Toli.
With just one. Simple has 7, sure, but it doesn't matter when he goes down. He's not a player. Can't rotate around.
Ya Allah, Bumits.
Kenal kan lebih.
Aduh. Aduh.
Paling boxing nggak jelas itu.
Anjing yang nonton kena sikis ini anjing.
Musik Broki.
Ada.
Kenapa nggak ngomong bitch nyo ke Broki?
Mak lo.
Udahlah nyolah, lu dapet diamond coin lah. Tai, gue cuma gold doang anjing. Wah gila Broki tai.
Upgrading some pistols here down in the dumps. Maybe Faze getting that 10 rounds on this T side is possible.
Bener kata Kongki jaga mitnya kayak Sogi goblok kan.
Nggak mau jadi Broki.
They found a weakness, and we're just saying if Blade takes a timeout, they traditionally convert around. Still yet to see the AWP come out. I'm sure that big red button will be hit for Navi into the next. Bit might be the man having the residual cash he's left over.
Navi kalau mainnya begini lawan kita juga berat ini anjing.
Fade it out, see what they're up to, take the map control.
They've got it down to a science now.
Wah kedengeran Makarigan.
Quasi buy for Navi, not interested in
Kena.
full investment for round.
Narik lagi nih, balik A nih anjing. Kan.
Threatening damage dealt before the final commitment.
Well, look where the gap is right now.
Woi, Bumits, rotate goblok.
Have nothing to worry about as they
Lama gendut itu dia.
Ada.
Kenapa lu body shaming gitu sih?
Body shaming.
Sorry. Rasa dirinya paling
Oh.
Peringatan.
Ada balik lagi nggak tuh dia pinter banget. Gila.
kali Rob.
Anjing.
But with a man advantage for Navi, still 7 rounds have passed without any Navi resistance.
Enggak, ini nggak akan ke-retake si anjing.
3 on 4.
Bisa sih. Udah kelar nggak tuh?
It's up to Carrigan. Brokey does hit the shot. Carrigan good for the headshot now, running out of options.
Ada.
Oh my god.
Gila twist. Anjing. Simpelnya obesitas ngentot.
Wah anjing ini sick banget anjing ini.
Gila.
This is the reality we live in.
This could be the change right
Aduh,
here. We
ini
spoke about it.
balikin,
AWP to come out for simple.
balikin mental Navi yang
Arm's already been one phase. It's done more than enough here.
mental.
Anything else is the cherry on top, but we need some resistance from Navi now.
Udah mulai AWP nih.
Gua takutnya round terakhir simple cucuk elektronik anjing.
Udah di Zeus anjing round terakhir.
Kalau bahkan teriakannya udah pepek nih kayaknya.
They're trying to take a fight here. This is the first time they're actually trying to lock down mid. They know that Arch's been that weakness. Watch the setup. This might be a smoke in the hand of Brokey. He can flash from this position as well. We've seen.
Brokey-nya sih on fire banget, Cok. Bumit sih udah Saras 008 anjing. Gitu kek. Aduh ini Robs di sini bahaya. Karigan nih sneaky bangsat. Mati Robs. Ya Allah. Oke. What? Wah, Brokey sih. Oke, Simple versus Brokey. Cross. Hup. Oh, cannot. Too fast.
So you have to see a kill out of Boomage here if you want the bad news report that's coming out for Navi. That is the changing of the tide. They do invest into the AWP. They do find traction.
Kenapa nggak dari awal sih cari Simple pakai AWP ngentot?
But it was the stance that was different. Right? They weren't giving so much space. They were having to defend. Finishing the round off here, but Faze are back into things. A couple more of those necessary for Navi if they want to break this economy right now for Faze.
Yeah, they got plenty of cash to splash.
Gila Simple. Masih.
Wah itu kalau
gila
bisa
sih.
nangis anjing.
Iya anjing sikis tuh Simple.
Wah Bumis mau pakai one way anjing.
Done a lot here, right? They've already been able to draw out smokes. Boomage is going to signal the fact he has this famous open towards B.
One way yang tadi bunuh 3 orang itu.
Nggak ada one way.
Itu dalam smoke aja.
Ini penontonnya sih berisik banget tuh, sumpah loh. Gila, Cok. Kelihatan sama elektronik. Dapat info, Cok, bagus banget anjing.
Faze will show indications now where they do want to finish this round. What's the closer going to be?
Bit jangan over.
Aduh tuh Bit pasti geli banget. Enggak telu banget anjing dia pasti.
Kagak, Cok.
Balkon
buaya time zone. Waduh, Robs. Mampus.
Aduh, garop.
Mati nih Karigan nih. Oh. Kena leg shot gak tuh?
Gila udah di leg shot.
Let's go Simple
anjing. Bener-bener beda banget ya. Gak pernah overpick anjing, jarang gitu loh.
Lebih setuju final major BO5 apa BO3? BO5 dong, biar seru.
Navi have adjusted. They've said let's sit back, let's wait, let's let the fight come to us. We won't create these gaps.
Layaran
So great stuff here is we are getting big touchdowns. The opportunity to bring the back balance. Big stuff for Navi coming ahead. They can deny this plan if they can make sure there's no saves. They'll set themselves up to claw this half back to be respectable.
Udah. Tadi yang pertama udah bagus, yang kedua jadi jelek. Iya. Yang pertama aja, Pak.
Kiperin lu diam.
Gila, Rob sudah nyelin apa kesini anjing? Ya anjing, blunder banget, Cok.
Ini one way akhirnya dipakai anjing.
Akhirnya no saja nggak kill anjing. Dengan one way smoke-nya itu.
Faze might get a move on right now. They've got the kill they're
Yo,
looking for. More intent.
Cuma satu lagi nih.
Look at the gap. There's such a massive hole right now. It needs to be filled by Simple. He's gonna have to.
Anjing di wrap anjing.
Nice contribution out of Electronic, but Faze still stubborn.
Aduh, Simple. Iya. Perfecto. Aja.
Wah, Karigan jadi nembak dah aneh banget Karigan.
Karitan.
Enggak usah, Bak.
Di level segini.
Iya, tapi ini meningkat, Pit.
Iya, beneran.
Masa di level segini udah masih tidak bisa menembak.
Nah, masuk tuh kan dia. Masuk soalnya.
Woi. Astaga.
Ya, lu harus lihat dikasih kick tadi. Iya, soalnya emang ada yang lebih keras sama yang bisa nge-clutch dibanding gue emang.
Kenapa lu nggak bawa dia lagi sih?
Outs anjing.
Siapa itu yang lebih keras?
You can see some risks being taken now. That opening kill got through this round into a bit of a tail spin. It created the gap on A, then the fight went down towards B. That's a massive
Sudah
response.
bagus posisinya
I
Robs
still can't believe that Robs just walked out mid and took that fight. That is wild, but Simple. Try and level the field here, looking for an opener immediately. He's going to be sent packing by a flash in space. Liberty's now Faze. They're trying to take a lot more room. They know they can turn the heat up on Navi now.
Dalam tuh anjing.
Navi still chasing it. There's been a dynamic feel to this Faze clan.
It means that Navi can never be caught sleeping on any of these choke points. You just have to love what they're throwing their way.
You just never know what you're going to get next.
Yeah, the spanner in the works with these dry walkouts. We saw Rain try it earlier. Rob's got away with it. And with these walkouts, it's just going to keep Navi in a position where they can't gamble, they can't hedge. They have to lock down these positions. They have to keep eyes on.
Wah.
Until that must force Electronic out.
Anjing, mati Simple. Ya Allah.
Hah? Mak lo.
Bip, astaga. Ini Brocky udah di sini lagi. Etot.
Gak bisa tuh anjing ini gila banget.
Ajaib.
Wah.
Dia balik ke B.
Awkward banget anjing.
Elektronik dapat nih.
Oh, expect ya Robs ya.
Di tempat yang paling.
Ya ini sih gay banget anjing, dia duaan di situ anjing. Berdua di sini. Nah anjing. Woi. Nice.
Aduh, mau gue bilang Brocky clutch anjing.
Tapi idiot sih.
Tadi dicontohin tuh Simple.
But we're just seeing that work into things.
Gue pikir swag sih. Navi Simple.
Ini aduh Simple nafsu banget coy itu, pengen ngepick anjing.
HFK 1.
These close rounds, the nature in which they have unfolded, left them in a bit of a financial situation.
Bentar, rokok. Doi sep.
My front nggak pernah menang. Cash.
Opportunity now for Navi to build back.
Pressure is felt by everyone, Chad. It's just a matter of how they react to it.
Conversation now for Faze.
Ini kalau Navi kena Iko sih gua close stream nyentot tidur anjing.
The last 3-4 rounds consecutively here. You want to make sure that you're competitive, you're keeping the fight up. They're close.
Yeah, I mean best case we get to see a bomb plan.
Kita semua nganggur.
Masalahnya ini
Kita nganggur.
Glock semua anjing.
Nganggur semua gitu. Jadi cuma ngobrol doang.
Waduh. Bersepuluh bang yang nonton.
Mending mix lagi kita ketawa-ketawa ngentot.
Waduh. Pit, Auper kita datang Pit.
Bobo tai.
Auper.
Aduh.
Auper
handal.
Simple kena wandik nih kemarin nih.
Tinggal dipoles lagi doang dikit.
Nah.
Ya gimana kagak tahu, marketingnya kenceng banget.
Wah, profesor.
Nah, kan kita nggak jadi nganggur, guys. Enak.
Iya. Keterlaluan anjing, Glock doang bangsat. Mending lawan Hood sama M2V anjing. Pakai baju G2 dukungnya Navi keren.
Timeout taken for Navi, the second opportunity.
Itu
I think
mana,
Blade
Nyok?
knows that if they can get to that 6 mark, they're still in this map. It is not done just yet.
Itu mana sih?
Gila yang nontonnya anjing.
Tuh merah.
Hemorrhaging rounds, but right now they're back in it.
Nico Van G.
Kalau Navi pakai Glock doang, tapi boleh armor, boleh util. Lawan Hood menang nggak?
Nggak ada harapan.
Dia ada harapan.
Sebelum mulai.
Serius.
Curious if they're going to be expecting a buy like
Paling
this.
Glock doang.
Duluan 2.
Glock doang.
He's trying to get the most out of this before it
Pertama
gets
Bako
full control
ngancem-ngancem
here.
kan. Kalau serius anggur dulu,
It's
serius
curious
anggur
if they
dulu.
want to use the base behind this. They didn't buy any HGs, but we get a couple of nades and lock them forward, soften up and blast the press. It's not so easy to do when you don't have any nades in place. You're going to have to hope for a couple of good flashes here, but a set piece definitely on the line. Check that radar out. 4 players for Faze, quickly making their way up second mid. This is one of the pocket strats you need if you want to win a major grand final.
Simple ngepick nih. Waduh, timing.
Apa the bucket?
That's huge. That is massive from Navi right there. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that is all the investment in utility gone for Faze immediately. That was a pocket strat. Yeah, they were hoping to get away with a lot of space. That actually means a lot.
Gila, Faze force buy dong.
They have to come up with something on the fly.
Wow, there was 5 smokes.
Oh, anjing. Gaming banget, Cok. Son, ini lu harus lihat, Son.
Gue udah lihat tadi, ini udah kepake tadi.
Lah, kalau cak
Ke jendela atas kiri.
Bit in electronic are hard to break and Simple's there as well.
3 players, 3 flashbangs.
Besok mix dipakai tuh.
Wah, besok boleh tuh buat jaga second mid tuh anjing.
Ya udah naik doang tapi nganggur.
Lewat. Waduh.
Oh, nice.
Oh, simple. Oh, astaga.
Nice.
Ntar lu naikin gua ke atas sana kan. Pas lu nyuruh gua lempar flash, dia bilang nggak mau.
Nih,
bukan buat lempar flash, buat lu aja itu.
Ini Bumits lagi kepikiran mantan istrinya kayaknya nih anjing.
Mantan istri.
Iya, Bu. Dia kan udah cerai lagi anjing, cuma 4 bulan anjing.
Keep badan segitu punya istri, mantan lagi. Lu kan anjing.
Aska nggak boleh gitu, Aska. Aska udah.
Wah, gua serangan kayak gitu.
Anjing Aska gak?
Nonton di kamar mandi.
Ini gua harus gedein suara anak-anak dulu deh, lebih seru anjing.
Cewek lu di mana, Nyok?
Gak punya gua.
Aska. Aska siapa sih? Aska dari Kobuzer. Oh anjing. Sinyo banget kan? Iya kan sotoy-sotoy sama tuh. Sama. Jim ngirim sih kok tau. Iya bener dah. Iya pas dia lah. Awas gendut. Marah. Ditubruk anjing.
Nice dude.
Nice dude. Gitu ya. Gitu dong, gerakin tuh lemak gitu.
Anjing.
Satu game diem ya, Bum.
Bete ya.
Bete lah itu. Guys, ini dicerain gara-gara.
Kira-kira menurut lu siapa yang ngomong kayak gitu di Navi? Si coachnya apa? Coachnya gitu.
Waduh bahaya nih. Ada. Ini beat harus bunuh Reni anjing.
Ya,
bunyi tuh. Iya bunyi dapat info. Aduh.
Oh, Red.
Udah ke shutdown ini.
Bunuh temen. Oh. Enggak.
Ini kalau anak udah pisau tuh.
Itu mau dipisau kayak tadi.
Iya.
Ya, dia main kalung emas, Fit.
Ya,
Bumit selemes
gua trauma ngeliat begituan.
Emas lagi.
Dilabrak manusia-manusia sipit kalung emas. Aduh.
Aduh, kalung emas lagi po. Susah nih po.
Emas. Kok, gua ketemu okit-okit lagi tadi. Emas.
Coba itu ada bisa ngedit
Entoy gua gituin.
Nyo, coba foto yang lu share dikasih kalung emasnya, foto yang lu share kasih kalung emas.
Gimana
Gitu mainan. Lu mau rangkulan sama dia,
bisa
Nyo?
ngedit,
Mau gitu rangkulan sama dia?
Ada HP-nya, Kip.
Cepetan.
Nyo, lu mau berkawan sama dia, Nyo? Lu gila sih. Lu gila sih berkawan sama dia. Selalu tapi.
Makin kalung emas.
Ayo dong, menang pistol round dong.
Gila banget anjing kalau nge-pick. Oke, boleh.
Garong
P.
Rops.
Garops.
Lu jangan guys.
Ajak masuk
Makin kepala gede dia.
Makin kepala gede dia. Bak kasih kalung emas, Bak.
Gue lupa editor di sini ada 2 guys.
Anggur ya.
Aduh. Astaga.
Aduh, greedy banget. Cabut.
Info.
Aduh.
Easy kill woi.
Mampus, weaving lu Broki, weaving anjing.
Kerasukan Machiavelli anjing. Ini hot.
Gila. Lompatnya kayak ini anjing joget
Anjing
air.
Rain gila.
Wah, expect anjing.
Kayak poci lompatnya.
Astaga Karigan.
Aku cipor.
3-3 bro.
Astaga.
Aduh, bomnya di sana. Tahan. Kayak rada ini. Navinya.
Sabun, Cok.
Mental sih.
Invernya enggak strong apa kali. Dibandingin Faze anjing.
Beat, astaga, overpick banget anjing. Itu beat sih. Ngapain begitu, Cok?
Highlight.
Web slot tuh tadi.
Ah, ini match fixing nih anjing. Gila, Rain.
Udah.
AC dia bro.
AC bro.
Rata semua tuh muka.
Udah boleh tuh ngomong begitu tuh emang.
Mama Inong.
Ada. Udah boleh tuh.
Force gak nih? Force
enggak.
Simpel doang.
He's trying to take this on himself, right? With a purchase like this, he has to find something. He can't go down without a fight.
Loncat dong Broki.
Investment, sure.
No balls anjing.
Ini kalau sama hot CS nih di flash ditembusin rata nih anjing. Asli. Jangan lu tapi yang flash. Enggak, pasti satu tim kita ada yang ngomong lu gue buta banget gitu sih. Iya, padahal udah di flashin ya. Standar.
Cedloknya Nicki Miraj flashbang out ya.
Aduh, gue buta banget. Standar banget ya itu ya. Standar. Itu foot 101 itu foot 101. Iya. Gue flashin.
Tadi udah kejadian anjing. Gue di flashin Dapin. Aduh, gue buta banget anjing.
Seringan banget tuh. Asli dah.
Ya udah GG lah. GGNM anjing. Udah kena sikisnya nih di Inter. Navi.
Mentality.
Ini pikannya siapa sih?
Faze.
Azenyo.
Navi tuh nggak mungkin pick Inver anjing. Das 2, Nook. Pilihan dia apa? Nook. Decider mapnya Ancient.
Tapi Nooknya Faze bagus gak sih?
Bagus juga sih.
Nook kan recordnya yang bagus Navi anjing.
Iya. Tapi Faze juga bagus Nooknya.
Kalian siapa ya?
NC sih dibantai anjing di Nook anjing. Ini bagus tuh Smoke.
Wah, tuh smoke bagus tuh.
Iya. Nah, terus Molly buat kontrol. Nah, kan nggak bisa kemana-mana, doi. Stuck udah.
Buset, ini apaan dah?
Dimas nih.
Basically hood anjing.
Saking bingungnya tuh, mainnya kayak hood.
Itu
turun level guys, Navi gila banget.
Jangan lupa komnya. Woi, gue nyangkut, woi, gue nabrak apa nih?
Anjing,
pas dilihat temen yang gue di sini tai.
Aduh. Hidup anjing. Aduh.
Lah, overpit tadi.
Gak bisa juga nih.
Oke. Udah dong, tarik dong.
Wah.
Waduh, Broki dapat akal lagi. Karena kena retake ini. Kena retake ini.
Bumi sih kena retake.
Brokinya dapat akal ngentot.
Nice. Mau dimiskinin nih.
Ngapain ya? Exit frag.
Beneran aja ini mau dimiskinin anjing.
Go to poverty, Navi.
Bonus. Anjing gila.
Halo Akbar.
Oh, sisa 2.
Udah ASMR nih.
Lagi dibikin, Kip. Dia diem doang loh.
Kip, lu tau gak Kip, Bumblanya mentaktik di mana Kip?
Apaan?
Bawa tete.
Bawa tete.
Anjing.
Kadang kalau lapar juga dia nyimpen makanan di situ.
Ada
Tapi ya,
di dalam tuh.
kayak locker tuh kalau gue
Kalau
lihat.
latihan kan bawa tas ya, dia nggak bawa apa-apa kan dia mas. Semua kuat di bawah tete tuh mas bandi, mouse, keyboard.
Aduh. Wah, pas lagi tuh aku. Oke. Lompat.
Kan juga peluru dari bawah tete, Kip. Galileo juga.
Ini mah bukan 4 lawan 4 anjing, ini 4 lawan 3 anjing. Bumbla good as dead.
Anjing.
Oke, Mak. Makasih, Mak.
Gila, orang A-nya nggak gerak sama sekali, Cok.
Harus di.
Unawares of what Faze are currently set up with. It's a 2-2 spread. Util's light here for Navi.
Tes dulu.
Bumi mati.
Sampah anjing.
Lah,
aduh, ini angle bangsat
Bentar
banget.
lagi ada konten-konten sampis, Vi.
Kok GR temen lu? Kip. Kenapa dah dia? Po. Lu ketemu yang kayak gini nggak, Po?
Berat banget nih buat Navi masuk side, gila.
Aduh, sekali. Pasti. Nice.
They are entering the site. A well-placed nade doesn't quite catch Perfecto. And another successful take of the site. 3-on-3. Wounded a Faze.
Flashlight nggak kelihatan dari
Udah saving aja Faze, ngentot. Ekonomi jelek anjing.
Baru jauh loh.
Savingnya.
Astaga. Aduh. Anjing hampir ngentot.
Beat-beatnya bagus banget.
Dimasukin keep bait maksudnya. Intentional apa unintentional?
Aduh, itu nggak ada harapan, Vi. Masa sih Beat dengan otomatis dia ngelempar flash terus si Perfecto yang ngepick dari pit anjing. Komsnya gimana anjing pakai bahasa Rusia lagi?
Dikira udah nge-save ya itu.
Rusian Unyil.
Rusian Unyil anjing ngomong berantakan ngentot.
90% omongannya hello guys lah itu.
Cuma ada beliatnya doang anjing.
Hello guys, beliat gitu.
90% hello guys aja.
Aduh.
Harus sama harus.
Mati elektronik. Astaga. Astagfirullah.
Seri
parah banget. Rip anjing ini rip anjing.
Ini kan revolver bang.
Astaga wifi sih bang. Wah gila.
Menang lah, kalah senjata.
Soalnya ini bunuh nih.
Bunuh nih terus.
Ketahuan Buster.
Aduh,
astaga hampir dapat lagi.
Aduh, ngeceknya gitu dong. Kayak ngedang gitu.
Ini round Navi tadi emang haram anjing kalau dicuri.
Oh, haram.
HE-nya sih
haram.
Deres gitu.
Haram. Gue pernah gak sih sandung net terus langsung mati anjing dari 100.
Gila ini Rob sih jijik banget ngentot.
Mau curhat
dari tadi.
Iya. Kalau nggak pakai armor bisa langsung mati anjing. 100.
Anjing.
Satu net.
Sumpah ini Rob menjijikan anjing. Sneaky banget anjing.
Aduh.
Ini perfect banget ada. Iya.
And the crowd goes wild.
Anjing norak banget ngentot.
Parah, perfect tuh.
Well, we all know the woes that Faze have had on this map once upon a time. We're going to go back 4 long years.
Anjay.
Gila. Persib lawan Persija guys.
Belum di luar ini ya, Bonek nih kayaknya nih.
Ini kalau Inferno Navi comeback ya, Faze yang kena mental anjing.
Bonek mania.
Faze brought back in.
Wah,
Rain chipped away at early. Navi definitely want to take the fights much earlier than Faze did, and I feel quite right to be saying exactly that.
3 rounds in consecutive fashion out of Faze, Navi. Can they build further into it? It's Faze that look to adjust.
Boosting lonten ini kalau udah bunuh gua tuh anjing kalau lawan Hood mah. Gua sama Dimas Ikip.
Paket tadi. Gak bisa kagak.
Gila.
Itu flash mana ya tadi?
Fallen deh kayaknya.
Masa dia nge-pick sendiri? Flash Fallen sendiri.
Kan dia role emang tumbal proyek sih.
Tawan ya Marops. Mati dong, twist
not
dong.
scared tapi simple not
Mati
scared.
dong, twist dong.
Flash dong, flash.
Buta nih, buta total nih.
Anjing, twist, astaga, asli. Aduh, dapat 2 nggak tuh? Aduh,
jangan dong, kasihan.
Broky bisa di sini tiba-tiba. Bukan angle holder
ini. Aduh, kebegal anjing. Oh, dapat.
Dapatnya. Menang nih.
Menang Navi. Manjing. Anjing, Letsgo.
Bro.
Nice try, bro.
Mantap.
Kaosnya aja udah kenceng loh.
Tai, bisa-bisanya ngentot.
Faze up.
Nice try, Broky.
Go Ukraina. Peace for Ukraine.
Ikonnya po.
Megang Navi po.
Salah lu ya boy. PO3 salah lu po.
Nah kalau Parbot dong ngomong Faze mah comeback po udah kalem.
Iya.
Tinggal tidur aja. Kalau Parbot dengan Faze.
Ya.
Nggak mungkin teriko kan po.
Full buy ini ya.
Makan kangkungnya sering banget gitu.
Dapat 11 juga udah bagus di Navi.
Nice banget. Aduh, netnya.
Dapat 11 juga udah bagus Navi.
Jam 6 pagi gue beli bakmi, beli kangkung di pasar.
Aku.
Diko ya.
wanted to discuss what the game plan for Faze can be going forward here. We had the same conversation with Navi in the first half.
Biasa, makanya kita nggak pernah kayak gitu.
It was fantastic from Faze.
Mereka armor 1 Deagle aja saving tuh.
A couple of closer rounds, they've needed the individuals to battle them out. But remember, it was the AWP when it came out for Simple.
Kalau kita di Faze nggak ngelawan, namanya banci, dikatain banci kita.
Iya.
Sama teman sendiri lagi.
Kata-katanya nggak gitu. Ya mental sih.
Nah, itu juga tuh. Ya mental sih.
Menjatuhkan teman ya anjing ya.
Yo, omongan-omongan jebakan ya kalau nggak berani nggak apa-apa.
Kalau nggak berani ya
santai aja.
Gitu aja.
Jangan ngepick, malah dipick.
Jadinya begitu tuh kok. Ya begitu tuh. Anjing.
Kalau di spotlight, save. Kalau kita, ya mental sih.
Laki sih.
Ya, apalagi kalau yang ngomong David ya, wah itu pasti ngelakuin kebalikan anjing.
Lo anjing, itu cuman lo. Ini giliran nonton, guys. Minuman gue kok anjing dah.
Iya ya, ini udah habis dari tadi. Dari game match pertama.
Makanya mestinya pas sekarang kita minum ya anjing. Tadi tuh mestinya sadar tapi susah juga.
Ya nggak mau ya Allah.
Tapi
Nggak kampung gitu.
lagi.
Beliin dong kok. Biar kampung nih.
Biar kampung najis jualan kampungan anjing.
Lah terus kenapa?
Gila,
Beliin nggak?
Enggak.
Kagak udah males aja.
Ya, ngaku lu. Tahu judian lu.
Anjing.
Kagak bangsat.
Pasang Faze dia pasang Faze nih, diam-diam nih. Iya nih. Manusia-manusia kayak gini nih.
Kalau round ini Navi menang sih si Faze nih anjing.
Sini Pit, gue bikin Faze gocap.
Jadi gocap ya. Pur 2 round ya, kan Faze lagi menang 2 tuh.
Navi di pur anjing.
Lah kan lagi menang 2 Faze.
Map 2 aja. Kalau ada pur-puran.
Map 2 gocap bot. Jadi
map 2 lu yang ngepur.
Lah kocak kalau Faze ngepur.
Goblok.
Ini semuanya kocak atau gimana sih ngentot dah.
Kocak lu.
Tahu.
Drops mati.
Ini minta ngepur masa?
Wah. Brokinya lepas pantek.
Wow,
udah twist. Astaga.
Awas sudut.
Goblok, bunuh diri anjing.
Oh, nice try sih. Literally swag sih itu tadi.
Ya, itu literally mak lo anjing.
Wih, ada Ken.
Cici sih jadinya.
Mana Ken?
Tadi Ken.
Oh, ibu ya.
Bot map 2 gocap.
Simple masih ketawa-ketawa anjing, masih senyum-senyum. Oh, match fixing sih ini anjing. Bangsat.
Mana Ken anjing?
Tadi pakai apa yang kayak Naruto gitu loh. Bandana apa tuh?
Ikat kepala.
Ikat kepala Konoha.
Norway.
Jawa Timur, Bang.
Orang Pandeglang dia sebenarnya, Bang.
Kopi
Anjing. HE-nya.
Den.
Wah, Jason batu kontrol mid tuh.
Ya, belum apa-apa, tinggal 2.
Jadi Jason udah mati.
Kalau gua keras.
Oh, ada.
Biasa cari round-round krusial.
Terus skip komplit. Push terus, bisa lanjut. Gitu.
Lagi dewasa itu berarti. Oke, info.
Aduh, Robs.
Tawan nggak sih?
Nggak ketahuan sih.
Ini di
Tawon ya.
gila, elektronik bisa di situ nggak posisinya? Anjing.
Ngentot banget anjing posisi.
Iya kan bisa gitu kan, Yo.
Kesel banget.
Dapat ace.
Aduh, ini twist bahaya banget, Cok.
Aduh, ini susah banget.
Aduh, buta dia.
Ini dapat 2. Waduh.
Dibanting sama Beat.
Dicuekin anjing.
Goblok ya, itu orang FC.
Susah loh nyari
udah.
Balancer.
Tapi ya tetep lah itu angle yang harus di-clearin anjing.
Iya, Pit, iya lu yang paling
Lu dari
jago dah,
shelter
yang-
2 orang ngeliat ke kiri.
Iya lu yang anjing.
16-13 nih. Kota Bandar.
Gue lihat-lihat Bumits nggak nambah-nambah killnya anjing.
IGL.
Yang Bumbes sih GL.
Iya, GL deh.
Kayak Navi 3L.
Tapi kena kick kah?
Nyo, ganti foto lu Nyo. Pakai yang kalung.
Kebalik kameranya anjing.
Yang kalung. Nyo, fotonya Nyo.
Hoi.
Oke.
Ngapain Den?
Ini nobar.
Dicariin David tadi lu.
Biar kawan.
Ini nggak bisa jadiin foto ya apa Kip?
Nobar bareng.
Ada stiker. Stikernya ada.
Nobar bareng. Ball juga.
Forza Milan.
Ini kalau Faze kena comeback udah no hope.
Milan Campione.
Champion.
Udah berapa lama Milan? 12 tahun ya?
11.
12. Emang MU.
Emang Liverpool.
MU OTW 20 tahun. Nah.
Nggak sampai, Pit.
Udah berapa tahun loh?
Nggak nyadar lu. Ya baru 6 tahun.
Anjing ini twist sama simple. Aduh. Aduh geli banget gua gentot. Ayo.
Aduh, Karigan goblok banget dah ngentot.
Kagak sabar dia anjing.
Kepo.
Susah banget ya masuknya ya. Nih 2 di short begini. Aduh.
Tahan teritori doang terus smoke moto.
Smoke purpose anjing.
Oh. Nora nggak tahu.
Mampus, Robs mampus anjing. Mampus, saving lagi lu anjing broki, bodok.
Mau
Gocap.
Nggak di plan dulu.
Wah.
Udah dong, jangan greedy anjing. Nanti kalau udah
Bikin face skin lah.
iya, cuma maksudnya nanti ini masih kejauhan.
Gocap.
Duit lagi anjing.
Navi juga nggak ada cuk.
Iya, lu lihat tuh, Navi cuma 750 perfectonya anjing.
Hah?
Ayo map ini kan.
Map ini. Jadi bot map ini ya. Iya.
Iya.
Jadi deal ya. Beda satu mah ya udahlah. Jatuhnya pur dah bot.
Ya udah.
It's going to get more brawly now. Right? I think the Faze have to start taking a couple bit more liberties in fights they want to take. Maybe take 3 towards B.
Gocap.
Barrel down banana, take a fight. Be a bit more aggressive in
tidur
boiler. Try and find that pick on the lurker towards second mid. Because right now, it's not the same fashion the way that Faze were able to pick up those rounds, but Navi are doing similar scenes. They're getting control of the map.
Kan lupa anjing jadi sama siapa ya? Sama Bako, sama Parbot.
Navi nih.
catching nades, catching flak. He's already very, very low, but still Faze fly their flag. Top banana. Oh, what a flash. No punish. Karrigan that wants answers again. Rain tucked in.
Udah Ren, awas, jangan bertinggal.
Gila. Geli banget lihat anjing.
Advantage that has eluded Faze clan. Karrigan so stubborn. That's a little oopsie.
Kena smoke anjing.
Starting to run out of the additional utility.
Yeah, they've just forced out so much early here. Sure, Rain has a little bit left over.
Kenapa?
The best they have to
Elektronik.
boast right now is Navi. They are looking threatening here.
Berasa
Grouped up,
pusing
ready to go.
Kurang turu.
Tadi molly entrance-nya kebuang. Dia cuma punya satu molly anjing, garuk-garuk langsung deh. Ini execute 2 smoke 1 molly doang anjing. Udah pasti commit ini 30 detik.
I have one fla, I fla for you.
Itu Ross ada
plat. Astaga.
Oh, nice.
Aduh, gila banget.
Beat.
Nice.
Ini Karrigan dapat banyak,
Still can. Nice.
Wah, ngentot. Ini apa Anda?
Navi pulled back into the fray from Perfecto and Bit.
Aduh, ini Bit kenceng banget lagi, bangsat.
Ke shutdown anjing. Oh enggak.
Nggak kelihatan. Nggak ngelihat Ropsy anjing.
Ayo nyelip Bit.
Bit, ayo dong Bit, make a play. Oh, Perfecto nice banget. Udah nggak mungkin saving. Nah, udah saving lu Broki sana.
Gocap.
Kata bandar 16 ya lah. Ini roundnya cuma 3 doang.
Gocap.
Anggur. Udah ada impact banget loh padahal.
Impact tuh galak banget.
Hari ini
Gila.
100.000 nih gue Pit.
Ini penontonnya ceweknya cakep-cakep ya. Gila. Itu kuncinya sih tadi bunuh Karrigan anjing. Iya.
Semangat banget tuh Sinto.
Baru final.
Bit always scary.
Dari bunuh 0, Dra.
Iya anjing. Bumits nih, nggak nambah-nambah nih. 8.
IGL.
Aduh, alasan itu udah gak bisa dipakai anjing son. Waduh. Mampus lu Ren anjing. Overpicking, mampus.
Mampus anjing.
Gak harus menang sih ini round. Miskin banget.
Siapa?
Iya. Ini sih kalau Navi menang sih secure 15 sih. Oh, untung jatuh Ropsnya, mam. Aduh,
nice Broki.
74.
Mampus.
Aduh, lemes gue ngeliatnya ngentot.
Ayo, siapa mau gocap-gocap Karrigan clutch apa enggak? Gue bilang enggak.
Jason sih nyari duit mulu lu ngentot. Bener-bener lu.
Sama gue diskon 25 sama 50 dah.
Beatnya sih kenceng banget cowok. Beatnya on fire anjing.
Sweksi.
Lemes gue liatnya bangsat. Tolong.
Sweksi.
Half buy udah ini, half buy face-nya.
Gocap.
Gila liat. Des.
Udah nyender ya.
Gila
K6 memiliki aim yang sakit.
Udah dipoles aja.
Bisa clutch.
Saat gue menunggu. Gila banyak pendukungnya sekarang.
Memiliki aim yang sakit sih.
Orangnya yang sakit.
Singular MP9 Carrigan with just a CZ.
Dapat nih Carrigan nih, dapat 3.
Ya kali.
Beneran lu dapat 2 dong. Hampir anjing.
Is there really something to be said?
Anjing jadi 3 lawan
Saya lock anjing itu orang sumpah.
Boom.
Premature.
Aduh, lemes gue, bangsat. Ini menang gak sih ini?
Habis ditelepon Nyo. 16-13.
Nyo, gold coin oke lah Nyo.
Ah, tai. Apaan ya? Plan anjing. Ah, siapa mati itu? Belum ada yang mati.
Jelas nih, next level Csgo.
Masih nggak mau ngeplan anjing, sakit. Aduh, Robs, aduh.
Baru di plan.
Lawan tuh robot.
Wah, ngeplannya di sana pinter banget anjing. Mampus ngentot Faze, mampus anjing.
Mampus anjing. Anjing tanah.
Gocap. Lama nih.
Gocap. Hehe.
Gocap.
Enak ya taruh nama Parbat, Pit?
Enak lah, pasang aja lawannya, Din. Tanya dia mau megang HP. Oh ya udah gue lawannya dah. Gitu, Din.
Jap.
Oi, kami amat nih di Discord.
Barang ya.
Banyak yang sipit sekarang, Jak. Hati-hati lu.
Apa banyak? Yang sipit banyak emang. Ini goblok lo doang, Pit.
Goblok-goblokin. Yang kalau mabok kampungan, Jak, maboknya kampung.
Wah, ini OT.
Enggak lah, 16 orang tua.
Oke, apa? Gila lu.
Kumpul.
Menir.
Ditelepon Ben tadi.
Aduh, nih sampai Carrigan di no scope. No, apa, terus smoke lemes anjing. Fix.
Cepetin bro.
Tin.
Gila ya.
Ini Carrigan mati sih GG sih.
Untung kan si Doi megang Doi.
Si Doi
Megang Faze maksud lu, Po?
Iya, sebut saya Doi.
Ya sebut aja sih emang.
Doi.
Samarin aja lah, Po. Nggak enak.
Nggak enak ya. Langsung tidur orangnya.
Itu sih Parbot ya.
Mampus twist.
GG guys.
Broki dapat nih.
Ya, fire. Lawan. Ketak
Mampus perfecto. AWP mainnya mati. Ketawa-tawa dia tahu anjing. Astaga Carrigan.
Carrigan step of the plate, bro.
Astaga Carrigan.
Ada harapan nih, Pit.
Loh, Carrigan loh.
Ngentoy.
Karitan tuh, oh.
Bocah gue, Carrigan.
Karitan
Anjing nerd goblok.
Simpel karena pakai jenggot gak?
Pakai jenggot, bisa dicabut pasang gitu ya, Jack.
Iya. Sudah Rasul.
Oh, sudah Rasul.
Astaga Carrigan
udah apa? Gak ada pur-purannya.
They're able to hedge, they're able to get the rotation in, they responded in time. Sure, they lost the opening killer twist, but Carrigan makes up for that. But this is it, round number 30, map number 1, the buys are in for both teams.
Miskin lagi 2 kali ngentot.
Menang mulu miskin, aduh capek.
Pilah yang mana sih, Nyok?
Astaga.
Gue bela Faze lah.
Aduh.
Lagi umurnya Den,
Lagi umurnya.
Wah, banget.
Nah, ini Carrigan kayak gini.
Jason banget nih Karitan. Tuh.
Walah OT GG.
Kocak. Abis nonton gua tuh Carrigan.
Menang lah 3 lawan 4. Masih bisa. Masih ada harapan, Bang. Kalau line up kayak gini, Bang.
Enggak ada bumit soalnya anjing. Kalau perfecto oke lah.
Aduh, Bit masih hidup lagi.
Nah, ini masih ada harapan. Robotnya hidup, Bang.
Tiba-tiba tiba-tiba pakai Bumits depannya garong. Garong Bumits.
Garong Bumla. Mas pencet tab ya? Ada garongnya.
Ada garong ternyata. Susah.
Ini rata sama Broki nih.
Dapatnya Broki asli.
Ini rata sama Broki nih anjing.
Ini ke B dia kayaknya.
Nggak ngedip apa ya Broki ya? Gue capek mata gue.
Dilepas. Ray ini langsung nge-push.
Nice, oke udah.
Belum.
Oh,
Sabar.
ini nggak expect. Harusnya nggak expect.
Dapat 2 ini tuh.
Ya. 1v1.
Aduh.
Simple guys. Smart play.
Ya kalah.
Kalah. Astaga.
Overthinking.
Itu si Karitan dengan perutnya.
Karitan.
Gila, gue semalam teriak anjing. Aduh, gue sampai berdiri anjing dari kursi bangsat.
Aska nanti Dedi bangun.
Berdirinya.
Teriak nanti Dedi bangun Aska.
Maklum kok ngateng anjing.
Bener gue kalau ngasih saran-saran begini nih, Ok.
Sinyo lihat bumi saya berdiri.
Kalau lu ngasih nasihat gini. Demen gue.
Wah, sebenarnya kawan kan gue.
Iya, was kayak ketahuan lu.
Wah, itu kalau David mati tuh anjing.
What the fuck?
David killnya kurang 10 kayaknya.
Iya, satu paling.
Nggak, itu simple mikir apa ya, balik lagi A yang entet.
Kurang terpoles itu.
Main games.
Kurang dipoles sama Soifong dia.
Anjing.
Kurang tebel playbooknya ya.
Aduh, ngapain ini? Aduh. Wah, sick Cardigan. Hey, what doing?
Mati nih Cardigan nih. Enggak, perfecto. Aduh.
Salah perfecto boys sama Karitan.
Kena tembus semok.
Astaga.
Itu sih bete sih.
Satu kenapa bisa nge-trade begitu deh.
Dia nggak, pantes.
Perbot.
Gila, A-nya bisa dilepas gitu, main kontrol 2 apps tuh.
Lagi sering mau bangun lagi, Po. Lu kenapa mau jual PC, Bot?
QB-nya. Anjing coklat tambah dimatikin. Standar.
Ekspektasi. Tuh V1. Ayo sini lo anjing. Robs Broki. Aduh, udah nggak mungkin kalah. Santai aja. Mampus. Kabur.
Astaga.
Ada rekening gua kan, gua tidur ya.
Cepet.
Menang satu, ini udah bacot dia.
Ini
Lo kompet juga, Den.
Oh, very nice.
Wait, ada rekening gua kan, gua tidur ya. Bye.
Definitely Faze have found themselves here, right? It was looking bleak for a while. They were passive. They thought they were just going to walk this one across the line. But you can see Carrigan starting to look like himself. More aggressive maneuvers, getting stuck in, taking some fights, taking some liberties. That's the opener right there. Does get traded out, but sets Faze up on the mantle of a 4-on-4. But we're getting real close now in some of these rounds. Navi back into the bite. Back in with this banana aggression, all that util, the smoke to extinguish anything coming their way. Perfecto this time round will just take all the space, all the control. Again, this wasn't no.
Gila, mereka posisinya gini terus dari tadi loh, kontrol apps-nya.
Set Rops and Brokey up for success.
It's very well drilled. By taking all that space immediately,
Bumblo udah pusing, udah gara-gara teten nih anjing.
Defensive flashes.
Lumayan dia nambah 4 kill-nya.
Twist.
Oh, ini lain apa-apaan nih?
Ngentot gara-gara.
Oh, Brokey. He's been waiting for it this whole time. Bits gone.
Mati Bumich. Oh. Aduh.
Faze have the advantage.
Nyelip nih.
They don't have all the answers.
Wah, Simple.
Gila, what a reaction, bro. Astaga, Broki ini juga ngentot nih, Broki ini anjing lah.
Expect lo anjing. Ada yang nyelip satu.
Cuma punya satu flash anjing.
Ah, ini yang dapat satu terus mati nih.
Rotate please.
Enggak sih, ini udah nggak mungkin sih. Ini udah nggak mungkin menang sih, Navi.
Nggak mungkin Simple yang duel, perfecto aja.
Dapat ini Ren.
Aduh, gini sampai di Free Fire sama Ren sih sama Simple gila anjing.
Anjing di Free Fire, Cok. Free Fire, Cok. Gila. Dapat lagi Simple. Aduh.
Karitan. Iya,
Karitan kotak anjing.
Goblok, Karikan goblok.
Karitan jago amat.
Tolong bantu.
Mr. Lawyer.
And puts Faze back into the winning ways here. 2 more now required. This trading out of Brokey who's just all across the shop trying to find all this.
Bangke.
Iya.
Wasn't ready for it, but able to adjust.
Gue juga pasti kalau jadi Simple kalau gitu.
Oh, pasti meja dia. Udah tilted tuh. Oh iya, Swexy tuh anjing. Ada gif-nya tuh anjing. Oh, leg shot.
Hampir.
Wih. Apa itu?
Ren, injak aja terus, Ren. Aduh.
Gitu sih.
Itu siapa anjing gila batu, weh.
Karigan anjing. Nice banget Karigan. Nice banget Karigan. Gila. The best entry of City Sided.
Bak baca chat, Bak.
Chat apa?
Kalau Simple iseng sih ditembak aja si Bumble.
Bunuh goblok katanya gitu.
Goblok.
Completely nullified. What can he contribute? Just staring at the smoke and loads his mag. Nothing to
tembakin terus anginnya.
Wih.
Anjing.
set themselves up for success.
Lo mampus lo.
Males banget ya sih digituin.
Ambil konstruk dong.
Udahlah ini 18 Faze apa 16 Navi.
Aduh. HE-nya sih.
Enggak ada Navi.
Kalau dapat satu kritik.
Baru mau kritik anjing, enggak bisa apa-apain.
Wah, turun enggak tuh yang bisa. Udah.
Elektronik dapat 2. Aduh, itu kalau itu 2 kali lo di save by Karigan anjing. Kalau enggak sih udah menang dari tadi Navi bangsat.
Iya.
Karigan anjing. Keringetan tuh dia tuh. Aduh, tuh cewek Korea, Cok.
Have these teams been able to solve the puzzle of the T rounds? Now that has to be asked for Navi as they're going to flick on over. They're going to be on the defensive side. And if Faze is going to continue to spread, it's all so long ago right now. But if you missed it, it was just Faze with these very slow rolls, map control.
Lagi ini buka tutup baygon.
Boleh makan.
To target that arch side early, and then they had to change within the final few rounds of play.
Mana apa kau dapat?
Did come alive. It felt within the tail end of that and solved the puzzle, and that AWP of Simple was a key component.
Baygon pahit nih, baygon.
Gila ini Vietnam. Simpelnya udah step up nih anjing nih. Oh, angle najis.
Kalah jadi minum baygon.
Kenapa nih?
Soalnya kayak.
Oh iya.
Indie home nih.
Geser antenanya.
Kagak ini dari sananya. Wah gila posisi Bumit sih. Agresif banget anjing. Komit, Cok. Komit anjing. Komit anjing.
Ya, gol pertamanya.
Aduh.
Tertangkap.
Gitu sih.
Nice.
Jagoannya tertangkap.
Astaga, Karigan lagi.
Karitan.
Capek.
Ya gendut tuh deh, usah.
Sudah.
Oh iya, maaf.
Astaga.
Pusing.
Jadi selamat Corbusier dong lo.
Kalah dah.
Nggak diambil gitu AWP.
Poin aman.
Bang Dra kayak gold bagus bang.
Anjing. Aduh. Anjing gara-gara Karigan ngentot nih emang nih.
Jago lo Karigan lo.
Ya, iya. Sinyo with 2 tangan.
Simple sih matinya belum ngapa-ngapain mulu.
Aduh itu kalau dapet angle sih ngeselin banget anjing Broki.
What doing banget tadi. Kok gak expect ya?
Ini pasti call-nya hit B aja si gendut di sana anjing. Ya kabur.
Ya, oh dia ngambil ini dropan util anjing.
Oh.
Tuh, di juggling tai.
Still coming. That's not enough to ward them off here. This could be the finish for Faze. The 8-0 start. They want to do it right here, right now in OT number 1.
Nembak dia.
Their map choice.
Ini bisa jadi balik A nih. Aduh, Robsnya nahan terus di mid gitu anjing.
Gila ya, sabar banget ya. Itu gak kayak di Pasikip tuh.
Anjing, di execute. Mampus. Ketahan. Aduh ditembusinnya anjing.
Balik ke waktu, yang kali balik dapat emang.
Cabut ke Aco dia. Rops. Astaga, dapat plan.
Bisa terus.
Dapet tai.
Wah, dapat
Wah, gila banget nih game.
Kuncinya di Robs tadi, kan gue udah bilang Robsnya tadi gue lihat di map udah di situ anjing, bahaya banget anjing.
Nggak usah nyaut ngapa, Bang?
Oh, game menang major coy.
Pusing banget
Thank you udah. Kata garong.
Astaga.
Dah, GG.
Woi,
Astaga tuh.
Let's go, Broki.
Lewat match ini.
Makan apa ya?
Pit.
McD ada apa ya?
Aduh.
Happy meal bang enak tuh.
Habisin cepet bingung nih.
Mana dulu guys?
Pit.
Pop dulu guys.
Pit kayaknya lu harus jual kalung emasnya dulu deh, Pit.
Kan digital doang kayak bangsat.
Gila, Karigan.
Harus jual kalung emas dulu dia tuh.
Seneng gue.
Bangsat Karigan anjing. Dia nyelamatin round 3 kali, cok.
Tenang Bang Bra. Ini nuk abis ini loh.
Pit dicariin sama tukang kangkung.
Gue ngeliat Bumits langsung lapar ngentet.
Dicariin Polres Jakpro. Coba kayak.
Pusing
Chat Yakuza.
Kerrigan, he's working the crowd, but he is working Navi more. There is so much to talk about in this one, but
Gila ya,
Faze, they
anjing.
lock it in
Lagi
on
makan
Inferno, even
ditagi-tagi
though
tai.
the odds were against them after they actually gave them away a little bit, because after their fantastic
Makan
start,
kangkung.
they were letting Navi back into this map.
Ini makan ayam.
Where shall we
Ntar makan
start?
kangkung buat
Let's
pagi.
talk about the emotional journey for the side of Faze in this game.
Beli dulu kayak lo aja.
8-0 lead. Everything is
makan
coming in together. You
kangkung.
could almost picture yourself already hoisting that trophy, and then
Barbor.
suddenly the ghost of Inferno
Kita beli
creeps
dia
on
apa
in.
nih?
They start losing rounds. Nothing
Panas
makes sense.
satu,
Nothing
panas
fails.
dua.
Rounds they should never fail. We all can see it coming.
Oh,
We
ini
can
aja
all
chicken McD
feel
2 nih,
the
2
choke
ayam 2
coming.
nasi nih.
And Kerrigan,
Babi,
as
babi.
a freaking hero, steps up and
McSpicy.
saves him. How poetic is that?
He said no.
Minuman
He
large.
simply said no, right? He was not gonna live through another nightmare
Wah,
on
penuh
Inferno.
anjing
We saw
arenanya,
it
gila
bottom,
banget.
As you said, Kerrigan said no. Imagine, as a viewer at home, as a viewer in the arena as well, imagine the mental fortitude you
Buat
gotta have as a
sarapan aja
player
deh,
in order
Bak.
to
Gua mau
withstand
tidur
the
nih
pressure
kayaknya.
you're under right here. It was a fantastic game of
Bisa
Counter-Strike,
tergantung ditransfer
back and
kapan,
forth. I want to give massive credit to Navi as well for fighting back and coming back into that game, and they were at a point up 15-14. They probably should have won Inferno.
Bal nggak ya,
And it felt
anjing.
like at some points in this game early on that Kerrigan
Ya,
Faze's
kocak.
fate to lift the trophy, it was predetermined. But the thing is
Bal.
that
Beneran tidur anjing.
that ain't how it goes. That's not how it breaks down. Kerrigan exerting the most free will possible in these moments and actually showing that he can do it himself. His form throughout this tournament has been exceptional, and I'm glad to see it come out on map 1 of the grand final.
Unbelievable, just the multi-kills in those crucial rounds, in those overtimes. Let's also spare a word for Brokey.
Bye,
I
guys.
heard
Thank
here
you,
on the
thank you.
desk, will he be able
Bye.
to do it? Will he be able to do it against the best in the world, against Simple? A resounding yes.
I called him out, and I said, I want to see Brokey play well. Without Brokey playing well, there is no way Faze is going to take down Navi. And in this game, there would have been no way, there would have been no way for Faze to win against Navi if not Brokey would have played well. He got off to a fantastic start, both with the rifle, but also with the AWP. As we
Back,
talked
let's
about,
go
Brokey,
back.
not the most aggressive player out there, despite being involved in a lot of opening duels this time around, but he has this explosive element to him, and Navi couldn't handle it to begin with.
One thing about Brokey's presence on this map is that he disallowed Simple
Oh,
from doing
bener.
so much. We saw every round in OT. Simple wanted to peek down mid with the op, but Brokey was holding the line, and Simple knows that tendency of Brokey. Because of that, he takes away some of the playbook of even the best in the world. What a better start for Brokey. A player that
Nih, Nuk keren sih. Nih, Nuk seru sih harusnya sih anjing.
12 kills in 7 rounds. It's the perfect hand being dealt. He's coming in with
Sikis
confidence,
gua nyoh.
with enthusiasm. He takes
Gara-gara Kerrigan goblok
I was
anjing.
hoping to see.
Masa udah drop? Aduh.
Aduh, masalahnya kalau tadi Inferno menang tuh ini udah pasti 2-0 anjing.
Tells me that he knows they should have had
Nah, jangan dong. Biar 3 map lebih seru ya.
Enggak biar cepet diamondnya anjing.
They could feel, I guarantee you, when you're playing this game and you're not, you can physically feel how
Gila banget.
stressed the
Seru,
Faze
seru,
players
seru,
are.
seru.
Some
Gila.
situations aren't going
Aduh
Faze's
itu
way,
intent
some kills aren't
anjing
coming
Kerrigan
through.
yang di
You're getting flanked,
library
you're
sih
not getting
tai
killed.
banget
Rain
anjing.
is just giving his life banana. If you're Navi, you sense this win coming over. And that's why we have the frustration.
If you looked at Simple in this game as well, look at the scoreboard. Sure, he didn't have the best of the best game, but he was so razor sharp in that game.
Yes.
We saw a couple of the rounds, especially at 15-14, where he almost pulled Navi back into that round and just lost out to Robs in the very last moment. You know, gambling on the fact that Robs would make a rotation. You could just see with your eye how razor
Tapi
sharp
gila
Simple
sih
was in
itu
that game.
Robs
So,
12
of
detik
Gila ya,
anjing.
gila ya Robsnya nahan di situ ya 12 detik masih nge-flank anjing.
Iya, itu bener-bener definisi sabar anjing.
Round 29.
Itu siapa tuh tadi? Elektronik ya apa Perfecto tuh? Nggak expect anjing Robs di situ tai.
Masih di otaknya mereka tuh ngentot ya orang masih di sini aja.
Iya anjing.
And it allowed Kerrigan to activate himself.
Iya Pin, gitu loh Pin. Aduh.
Of the first map of the major, he freaking rushes down middle. How much does it say about the man? How much do you need? That's all you need to know about his character. Round number 30, he just goes down deep, sprays through the smoke, gets the kill.
It's unbelievable. It's such a game of margins, right? And I think when we were talking about this game in the green room as well, how much is on the brink of
Map 2 bang, selalah.
come back and really kick them down.
Kita tuh
in terms of
kalau
phase.
map ini
Phase,
menang
then
kita
they
udah
hold on to it,
secure
and then all of a sudden they get the upper hand
menang
going into
anjing.
this next map. And it's such a game of inches. Pip.
Ya iya sih.
So what did it come down to then? For Navi, what was not working the way it was supposed to?
Gila langsung pada ngechat nomor rekening anjing, benar-benar gak ada babi buaya entot nih, tiko-tikoin nih ngentot. Ada yang ngirim sampai 7 kali coba.
And they're getting experience, you know, at throwing rounds, you know, going into overtime and still finding a way to win. So as much as I would like to
ketahuan banget kan tabiatnya.
the fact they fought back and at one point in the game had 2 match points to close it out was a massive surprise to me and was well done to Navi. But when we got into overtime, I had the feeling I've seen Faze play this game before. I've seen them been in this situation before, and we know how good they are closing out these scenarios.
Absolutely, and the thing is that the only thing I would hold against Navi is how slow their start was.
Yeah.
Once it got to round number 9, that was a completely different ball game. I mean, Navi would have won it if it started on round number 9. That's the problem with them in this. That kind of start is not acceptable when you're going into the grand final. You actually can't give that much of a hole. You can't dig yourself into that big of a hole that early on because you gave such a great effort to try to get back in that one. But at that point, it's just that you're fighting uphill the whole way.
Absolutely. I mean, if we're painting this final as a game of margin, then what about an 8-0 start? That's not even a margin. It's a full page, right?
Yeah.
When you have Electronic, Bit, and Boomich who account for 0 kills
Ntar
after
jam
7
12
rounds,
siang udah
finally
submit
Electronic, you know, gets that
wallet.
first one. There's obviously a huge lack of kills, and this is why Faze got off to such a great
Kan
start.
submit wallet dia masih ngasih well dan justru digampangin lo
What
kayak
was
gitu.
also quite interesting, we were watching this unfold, and we had the first tactical pause out of Faze in round 22, and you both echoed Pimp and Maui like that. What is going on here, right? This is you know, you have a luxury if you're on the side of Navi, you're making this remont. You have Boomich in game, but you have Blade behind you. I mean, they made it work.
It is a potential weakness, to be completely honest, right? It's not a secret that the normal coach for Faze is not here with them. So Kerrigan has even more, I guess, responsibility in terms of calling the timeouts and making sure that the team is ready for it. To use your first timeout 22 rounds into the game is not necessarily a healthy sign, but also a sign of the fact that they did get off to an 8-0 start.
And isn't it also a sign of the fact that Kerrigan just feels confident enough to give the information to his team within that context?
The bully.
Sure, but I also do think we often on the desk and in general in Counter-Strike, we praise the proactive timeouts. You can be up 8-0 and still take a timeout in order to set up the team for success going on. So right now, there's no doubt that there's a lot of pressure on Kerrigan's shoulders.
Absolutely, and I think Navi needs another timeout, and they'll get one before we get onto the next one. It's going to be news. We'll preview that after.
Iya dah, memek nih gue terus sekarang. Lu sebut dah mending nomor rekening lu. Berapa bak?
Oi.
Oh iya seneng
178
banget.
129 3593 300.
Albert Hasahatan P Bako. Ya boleh. Babi. Satu lagi ini mantan BD poker gue. Aduh. Bandar udah bukan bandar, Den.
Tumben dia menang ya.
Oke dia betnya 41 doang, Den.
Gimana map 2 lanjut nih, Fit?
Dah. Ini sebanyak pur ini. Kalau di total aja. Alik banget nih.
Tadi kan menang pas di kita mengirit.
Emang dapet
siapa yang taruhan itu? Itu nggak bakal bisa taruhan anjing, nggak ada yang bakal mau. So ya lagi lu. Gak usah bang, gak usah acting, gak usah jadi aktor di sini. Udah banyak aktor bang di sini. Tinggal ikut di squad doang tuh anjing. Boleh, ntar dicoba lagi. Nah, ini pro tuh, aktor pro.
David Setiabudi masuk barang tuh. Sip. Gojek. Nasi goreng kambing, Cak Sunan, apa?
Decknya berapa lama ya?
Oh, aja udah nyampe.
Setengah jam sih kelamaan bang.
Udah nyampe.
Bola aja 10 menit.
15 menit ya. Bola 15 menit cuy. Dari mana 10 menit?
Anjing ini kalau map 3 bisa sampai terang entot.
Terang lah bang.
Hah?
Sampai terang lah.
Sudah ngantuk banget anjing.
Tinggal tidur aja bang.
Bagus.
Eta terangkanlah.
Lama juga nih iklan.
Makanya lama banget.
With all due respect, we don't care about Arlington right
Balik.
now. We care about Antwerp. We care about those two teams on stage who are giving us a final to remember. Navi versus Faze. Faze being able to clutch out that first map, and we're going on to Nuke. Talk to me, guys, about the pressure cooker that is this arena. Pimp, you've used this word before, but about what it takes for you to be on that stage and be able to or close it out or fight back if you're not.
Oh, it's hard to describe, right? It's up to each player individually. I'd almost say, some players cope with it in a different way. Others, thrive under that pressure. They almost love the pressure. I get the sense that Kerrigan is one of those guys who just love to be on the stage, love to be playing with the crowd. And the more pressure he gets, the better he performs as well. We saw that on Inferno. So I think all players right now are in their own mind right now. And of course, there's staff behind both teams trying to calm them down and let them put focus on what's coming ahead of them, which is Nuke.
I think this first
And si Navi agak rusak nih anjing.
Nggak pernah lihat range-nya Navi.
Iya anjing.
Kemarin menang kan?
Menang sih cuma agak rusak anjing main.
But suddenly the dialogue changes, the story changes, and so you have to adapt. You have to
Lawan
think about it in a
Ends ya?
different way.
Enggak bukan.
Engine-nya Navi. Salah satu paling kuat loh itu justru mereka.
Masa?
14 match belum kalah.
Oh ya? Iya. Oh bagus kalau kayak gitu. Bagus.
Serius. Engine-nya Navi kuat banget. Inferno-nya emang cukup banget, makanya wajar gue nggak kaget dikalahin. Navi tuh nggak bisa main Inferno sama overpass anjing.
I'm glad we're looking at electronic right now.
Perfecto harus. Ini elektronik harus dikasih ini. Wardah.
The absolute reference on the T side. Remember, Navi
Mesti
doesn't
komuk.
start there. He's gonna have to pierce through that defense. Whenever Navi were
Biar ngejerawatan
unplayable on
anjing.
Nuke, it was no way to avoid electronic.
Let's go back 2 days if you're a Navi fan. You're standing in this quarterfinal and you're playing Heroic. You play Inferno, Heroic's map pick. Heroic beat you on Inferno, but you go on.
Ini lurker bangsat nih anjing nih. Rops anjing.
What did they tap into then? And what will they have to tap into now in order to do that again?
Let's go even further back than just that game, right? Coming into the major, Nuke was one of the question marks for Navi. We didn't really know where to put it. It was a very strong map for them during the PGL major in Stockholm, and one of the few reasons why
Ya sih itu krusial sih anjing.
Iya.
we're doubting a little bit of Navi. The map pool, was it as strong as it was during the PGL major in Stockholm? I would have said no.
Yang paling krusial tuh Karigan dari Library bunuh orang short, bunuh 2
Wah,
orang.
iya tuh.
Itu
Itu
krusial
gila.
round banget, gila banget
Dipol dia.
Kill
dia di situ.
Masalahnya udah dapat info ada di Library anjing mati satu-satu coba sama Karigan anjing.
Today, I don't think we're afraid of that.
We're not. Or Electronic is not either. That man had a monster performance against Heroic. He couldn't lose a duel while playing outside, while playing that defensive side. 24 kills and a half. Unbelievable numbers that he was putting up there, and he was outmaneuvering everybody from Heroic. He was outplaying in the mid round. He was finding openings for his team. That is something that he is going to need to do today. We have put so much pressure on him to be this big game player. There's no bigger game than now.
I agree that the defense for Navi was strong as hell. I absolutely agree. Except they're going to start on the T side. Yeah. And this is where the story gets a twist right here. If you're Faze, with that win on Inferno, you have been gifted
the greatest opportunity you might ever dream for. You are moving on to the
keras banget sih anjing tembakannya tai dah.
of the major against
Tapi
Cloud9
Nuke bit
8-1 on the CT
bodoh
side,
ya.
Flames 10-1 on the CT side.
Apa? Oh iya. Gak tau dia.
Bodoh ya.
Maniac, what does your gut tell you when you're looking at this phase and the way they bounce back even within the context of Inferno? Will they close the door?
Look, the seed of doubt has been planted by Rain making a few too mistakes on Inferno. I'm going to start here because he is the pillar when it comes to the outside defense of Faze. I think whenever he's in the zone, he's unplayable, untreatable, unavoidable. But on Inferno, he lacked that measurement. He lacked that composure at times, and he needs to reset. We've painted him as a potential MVP candidate for this major, but that takes a better performance on Nuke.
My gut feeling says Faze right now. I think they've been gifted Nuke in this matchup. I think the fact that Navi picked into Nuke is a gift and a half for Faze. It's 96 days since Faze last lost on Nuke. Ooh. They have taken down teams like Copenhagen Flames, NIP, Cloud9, Mouse, Furia, and Heroic. Most of those games being single digits, which means they weren't even close at all. It's a team that is playing Nuke right now where I would call them the best team in the world on the map, and that is the map Navi choose to pick against Faze. That is a task and a half.
Pimp, I'm on the other side of the coin. I got Navi. Look at the last 22 rounds. Look at the last 22 rounds of what they did on Inferno. They were the better team. They won more of those rounds. It was just a slow start that hampered Navi in that map number 1. They have come to play. They've woken up. I don't know what it took for them, but they're here right now. And I think that those uncharacteristic mistakes from Rain are such a huge cause for concern because Navi have one of the best and most innovative outside approaches. The little smoke that they throw next to Mini Garage on that corner, Electronic has made that his default. He has mastered that. He's cornered it. He's written a book about it, and he's ready to slap Rain in the face with it.
See, I buy your recency bias here a little bit because you're right. The last 22 rounds, it's been looking very solid for Navi. They have rediscovered that the Nuke is a map they can play at a very high level on LAN. All I'm saying is, if that was the best map you could pick as your own map pick going in against Faze in a final, are you really in a good position? Are we really not doubting that Navi's map pool is not as strong as we thought so? I think Faze have been given a gift here.
How poetic would it be for Navi to fight back on Nuke? If anything, the map that had put them on that Stockholm podium, right? The map that made them unplayable back then when they lifted their first trophy, and now when we have doubted their map pool, when we have criticized it, we've picked it apart under the macroscope, suddenly they pick up pace and momentum on that map and they fight back, push us to number 3.
And we've seen good T-Styles out of both of them, actually. Unfortunately, Navi couldn't push it enough to close out that first map. But Maui, you say about Electronic, right? You say about that smoke. We have a Kerrigan here who has seen that. He has seen that many a times. Do not have faith in him to not walk into the trap that many teams have before him on Nuke versus Navi.
Electronic does know that smoke better than anybody. You know that Kerrigan's looked at the footage though. But the thing is that Navi, they got mix-ups on it. They're not always going to use it the same way. Electronic has at least 4 different plays that he runs with that singular smoke, and you never know what he's going to do with it. They throw the same nades every time. They make it look identical. It's just where does he pop out of it? And the thing is, at the end of the day, Rain versus Electronic right now, with the form that I've seen with them in the playoffs, I'm picking Electronic to win that fight.
Look, the only worry that I have for Navi, when we talk about T-side, we do the comparison with Kerrigan and Faze, that I think sometimes they like that one kill, one round kind of simplicity to the game. If you're Kerrigan, you don't always have to use your 5 million neurons. Sometimes it's just a contact play. It's a kill that gets you in. You can take a deep breath. Navi play a very deep Counter-Strike on Nuke.
Listen,
it's very slow, it's very annoying, and it'll take the oxygen out of you.
You're right, and you're almost taking the oxygen out of me right now, Matthew. I just want to pull out one more point right here. The fact that there's no weak link within Faze when it comes to Nuke. Robs being the highest rated player for this team with a 1.33 rating on average whenever they're playing Nuke. Guess who's the lowest rated player for Faze? Kerrigan with a 1.17. If that is supposed to be your weak link, you are very, very strong on Nuke.
Faze on match point, on major point already. If they are able to close it out on Nuke, let's see if Navi can fight back with our casters.
Thank you very much, Antwerp Sport Palace. It is the second map of our grand final. Nobody knows whether we go to 3, but it is going to be a lot of fun to find out. We've got any Navi fans in the house? I'll take that as a yes. And how about a little bit for Faze Clan? Damn, I'm calling that 50-50, Chad. We are getting ready. We're going into the pistol. Second map, Faze on the very edge. A map to the good. Inferno in the bag, picked up in overtime. A CT start for FaZe Clan. Rain, Brokey, Twists, Rops, and Carrigan to receive Navi. Already, a lot riding on this Norwegian shoulders as he, what? With the Glock, no less, Boomage gooshes him. Smokes are in, the flash, perfect, destined to find Rain, and he's blind, but he is not dead, he stands for two!
Oh, gila banget Rain anjing, kenceng banget USP.
He has support, and Brokey,
Gila Brokey.
Aduh, udah, kasihan.
Nanti dah.
How does Rain recover from that? The insta-goose right there from the heavens, dropped on down to low HP and course corrects for 2 massive kills. This guy has been phenomenal on the CT side of pistols so far, and Brokey comes on through. He wants some. Doesn't want to leave it all for Rain here.
Gila, clean semua, Cok.
Sakit ya tembakannya, gila banget.
Kalau nggak sakit dia nggak juara dunia Tonyonyo.
Iya bener.
Going to find a leering head, has the opportunity to look for Rain. He's going to be tasked with dealing with this yard round after round.
Just having a little glance across from Trophy. Rain trying to use every trick in the book to find information in the absence of a fight. And there's a flash for it. Oh, he gets
Anjing Rain. Mati simple. Astaga.
Leaping down to his demise and a clean sweep.
There's no way that FaZe start this half as strong as they did Inferno. That 8-0 streak, and then we went to the overtime barn burner here. If FaZe are able to get off to such a lead so early again on the CT side of Nuke, this could be lights for Navi here. This man on your screen, Bit, he went through the last major, his first major, without losing a single map. This time round, it's the grand final. He's already dropped one. They have to fight back here.
Yeah. A strong CT haul from FaZe would certainly roll out the red carpet.
Look at this. There's 3 of them here, Alex.
Quick finish, and yeah, they have already pulled quite an ambitious setup. So Rain responsible for the low side. Smoke enables and facilitates an early presence.
Anjing, Rain udah di secret dong. Anjing.
For this, they're flashing top side. Navi trying to apply pressure all over the map at the same time. Look at this, and already Rain doesn't account for electronic. Carrigan, the knee-jerk reaction is to go and prodding into lobby. Snaps his neck upon arrival.
Dibanting nggak tuh?
So Navi already get their teeth deep.
Aduh, nih gila banget kok bisa di heaven ya nih orang ya. Orang full dikasih ya.
C4 di sini, Cok.
Mati sih tuh, mungkin hidup.
Wah. Beat juga sabar banget, lihat. Ngehe.
Throughout this half is going to be tasked with maintaining control of that lobby. He's passed his first test. And it seems so have Navi.
Might be committing here. Look at all the bodies heading down towards this lower side. Brokey's already up and in the window here. Could cause a bit of a ruckus.
Astaga, Brokey.
Mestinya sih tadi ada yang 3 map ya.
Aduh, sayang banget, Brokey kurang berani ya.
Tadi kalau dia hold 1 detik lagi ya dapat tuh. Timing.
Baku kayak berarti 3 map.
Iya, ini map 3 nih.
Was a bit of a risk there from FaZe, right? So that they left.
Oh iya, mestinya dia deh.
Gua.
Enggak, dia enggak.
Oh, Jason Navi juga, Epic.
Iya. Tanya Bako, Parbot.
So this is great for him. Didn't have the best games over there on Inferno, but if he can start off Nuke in a strong fashion towards Yard, that's what the fight's all about. Rain versus Electronic.
Mas banget anjing, nggak mati satu pun.
Map 2 Navi lah.
Navi kan?
Harusnya ya, Nuk harusnya Navi sih.
Map 1 emang ada yang masang Navi?
There's enough money here for FaZe to invest again, and that's by virtue of those first 2 rounds being clean.
Sama Jason.
In the first 2 rounds to play for FaZe, so the residual cash left over
POT loh, Tin. Itu OT menangnya unlucky juga anjing.
Iya anjing, itu Kari gara-gara
Kalahnya unlucky.
Karigan goblok anjing.
Kalah clutchnya sih simpel sih menurut gua tadi yang 15-14
Iya.
Itu paling fatal sih. Gede banget dia si Robs ketipu.
Lagian simple tadi greedy banget tuh anjing ke pohon. Goblok.
Iya itu juga.
Iya.
Pas OT kan itu ya.
Simple lagi nggak simple nggak sih?
Lagi sompel.
Kemarin pas semifinal sih simple lagi, Tin. Sebelum-sebelumnya. Sebelum-sebelumnya juga nggak simple. Rada sweaty gitu.
Anjing ini posisi Karigan ngeselin banget loh. Ngentot.
Aduh, tuh expect-nya.
Kan?
Enggak lah ya.
Ada. Mau ditembak sama temennya anjing. Waduh, Dapin sama Dapit tuh.
Kayak aduh. Jangan gua, Bang Dra. Lo itu.
Gua tadi sembarang tembak anjing.
Lu bunuh temen gua, roundnya udah menang. Gila.
Gua masih ngakak anjing itu. Maksud.
Tai banget itu lucu sih, Bang. Lu record kan?
Ya, lucu. Astaga.
Musik Broki anjing.
Ini kenapa sih Broki mendadak anjing? Gila dari tadi loh.
Lo seumuran mereka nya bisa-bisanya.
Bisa gak? Bisa.
Banting-banting meja.
Kalau di supportin yang bener ya bisa gue.
Kayak udah.
Ayo, let's go.
Gila, kuat kill.
Faze look to change the history books. They would be the first international team to ever win a major.
Rob, quiet banget kayaknya.
Aduh, wah, mampus anjing elektronik. Kena air, bos.
Ini Rain nggak jadi Tero, nggak jadi CT, agresif banget lu mainnya lu. Gila anjing.
Lu Bang nontonnya. Waduh,
kena dapat 2, mati lagi.
Aduh, kasihan hentikan. Ya, ini mah nggak mungkin clutch bos. Nice try, cash 6 clutch.
What the fuck?
Show us that one again. The Norwegian stepping up massively towards this yard position here has ruined Navi's finances early, as it felt like it was going to be competitive.
Bentar lagi Navi banting monitor, simple banting monitor anjing.
But this is it, just shutting it down. There's no way through. And Rain wins that one single-handedly here as Navi are left scratching their heads. This is a great start right now from Faze. Navi have just lightly invested into this one. A couple of deagles, that's the best really they have to offer here. Limping a smoke forward, hoping to find a gap, hoping to create something. Some light utility. This man can't be stopped. He wants to continue to take fights, and so does Carrigan. Finds Bit.
Ah, Carrigan dapet.
Carrigan bunuh di mana anjing?
Carrigan bunuh di door deh.
Oh iya. Dapat lagi. Goodbye to Boomich, anjing dari Inferno juga udah goodbye ngentot Boomich, blok.
Jadi
masih dapat. Oke lah bunuh 3 lah.
Beautiful stuff right there. Great shots out of Navi shot. Put everybody on edge, especially Faze, but they knew what they were. They wanted to take the fight. They took the fight to them in towards this yard position.
Nggak ada harapan anjing.
There's a couple of those bangers again. Perfecto continuing to find this impact.
Seter loh. Decided.
Back into play now. No AWP here.
Decided.
With these rifles in hand, Squeaky blown off. Maybe a pace change.
It looks like it. Threatening. But cancelled by the flame and smoke.
Aduh.
Anjing. Geli banget gua. Anjing.
Do they really want to test Rain again?
Di challenge lagi Rain ngentot.
Deploy the smokes.
Udah woi, lu bunuh Rain berapa kali anjing?
And a commit remains to be seen. Navi divide and look to conquer.
Ke garage nih Rain.
Ini mau masuk garasi nih.
Anjing bolong, Cok. Smoke, Cok. Aduh. Lewat. Nggak kelihatan ya?
Kelihatan dong. And now the pressure comes from elsewhere.
kelihatan.
Trying to be that lobby presence. Faze flying blind at the moment.
Ketak kelihatan selongsongnya Marin. Selongsongnya Bumich. Hup, di Free Fire.
Aduh, hampir. Enggak, Bumi siatin garasi.
Iya.
Tadi dia ngeliatin secret. Oh, garasi ya, garasi.
Garasi.
Oh.
Karigan jangan ngentot nih kalau Karigan. Woi. Aduh. Sama-sama low, Cok. Anjing, Robs mau kemana, Cuk? Wah. Oh, saving lu? Hah?
Muter keluar.
Oh enggak, anjing muter anjing. Wow, gaming anjing.
Electronic. Adopts the angle so light on time.
Kebaca nggak sih?
Dengerin lah itu tadi loncat. Kan jadi depan gitu.
What the fuck, Robs? What doing?
Too much thinking, bro. Too much thinking.
Ternyata dia cuma bisa nge-lurking, tidak bisa clutch seperti K6.
Matamu.
Gedein lapit.
Bacot.
Electronic will clutch out. You could see there, you wanted to get a new port of call for Robs, but it took way too long. Too many question marks here. Look at the buy coming in for Navi. A little bit light on against purchase for Faze. They're looking limp here as well. This time, nothing towards that yarn position early. They're throwing a smoke or two, and this is Carrigan trying to push on in. He's not going to get anything done. Perfecto's found the first.
That's an upgrade as well.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Boomich already breaks open the door. Flames put twists down. Only Rain, and it's his site as well.
Woi, Rain, udah dong. Aduh, ini Broki. Kena tembus lu. Anjing.
Sobat mati ini Rin. Apa?
Iya anjing. Pakai pawang hujan apa?
Air.
Pakai pawang hujan anjing harusnya.
Liquid Rain.
Wah, gila anjing.
Aduh.
Simple. Already 2 frags to the good and a third attack. Doesn't quite steal it.
Sama Rain di Free Fire gak sih? Ada.
Low, tenang.
Ding.
Wah. Dia.
Anjing, si Rain sih santai banget ya, ngentot.
Cold banget, gila.
When it rain, it pours. Goddamn, go train, man. Shit.
He defends that top side.
He's been an absolute rock right now. That round should be done.
Peringatan tuh anjing Simple.
Almost snatch one away. The two of them.
Simple stress ya.
Piecing this one together. Rain finds the time and gets the first. Chips his way forward. Gets a bit of room to work with and then even gets away. This kill onto Simple was great. He didn't want to continue to face towards Squeaky because he knew that's where Rops resided. Didn't want to give the fight over. But they give the round up instead. 6-2, 4-round lead is Faze.
Simple tadi kayak ragu-ragu gak sih? Swing aja anjing harusnya.
Aduh.
Ouch.
Aduh, sakit.
Ouch.
As he returns to the highs of 2018, Harvard Nygaard age is just a number. As he looks to rack up more for him.
Anjing, Ren udah bunuh 15 ngentot. Dapat lagi anjing.
There's nothing left for Navi here, just misery upon arrival. A half buy, and Perfecto made a halfling, 20 HP. Nothing to be celebrated here as Faze. They are up to 7.
Rain is an absolute beast.
Gila anjing, per round ngekill 4 tay. Tiap hidup ngekill 4 anjing.
It's just an absolute monster. Locking them down, they can't get any space. The one round that Navi got early, Electronic was able to flatten them here, but they're running out of ideas, they're running out of options, and Navi now, this is
Pushing Electronic, pushing.
Iya anjing, sikis itu udah.
16 and 4, it is round 10 in 9 rounds of play. Rain is pulling Faze closer and closer to a trophy lift that will forever live on.
Nih, Bumits kebanyakan mikirin istrinya anjing.
Situ Bumi sama istri apa sih?
Iya, kagak tahu kenapa udah cerai lagi anjing. Baru kawin 4 bulan anjing.
Just need to knock him over the opening kill. Just don't let him find that first frag. Make sure that he's kept quiet. Make sure drop on back. Room has been
pasti
granted.
beko.
Navi have done enough to ward him away for now. The reposition
Beneran baru kawin 4 bulan, Cok.
So many positions. They've slipped the net in multiple occasions. Warehouse, Secret, Main, all currently reside right now for Navi.
Are they accounting for Boomich? Are they accounting for the gap that left by Rain as he
Nice banget, Perfecto. Ngelip mantul dia. Nah ini Bumits nggak expect lah anjing. Masa Karigan expect sih? Astaga Tuhan, Bumits. Ada gendut goblok.
Wah ini Brookie ngeselin banget nih anjing.
They're all gathering towards this yard position, the only place they have space. Karrigan's blocked the smoke, he's ahead of it. He knows that nobody's going to push their way down the vent. Already dealing with this lower side is going to be Robs.
Stres gue nontonnya anjing.
Aduh, Robs posisi udah bagus lagi.
Provided absence of Navi in the lobby, but
si anjing tuh, Robs tuh bisa begini loh posisinya loh. Tai, ngeselin banget.
Passive approach. Perfecto wants to go arrive late elsewhere.
This is going to be way too late here. Perfecto's not going to be able to contribute anything.
Wah, kena jebakan Batman gun. Satu lagi.
Wah, bom drop. Aduh, gila banget, Tes.
Itu nggak ada yang expect sih posisinya Robs ngentot.
Best move 2022 anjing, Robs to Faze. Robin cool.
Tactical langsung.
They've had some pretty broken buys, right? They haven't had everything they need. A save from Perfecto here is going to bring the AWP into the hands of Simple for the next round to play, but nobody else can buy around him. And this one's getting away from them quick. Think about the nature in some of these rounds are happening. They're just all getting shut down to Rain towards Yard. When it is late, they're making it competitive, but they're not able to convert them every single time.
Gila.
Okay. They've called upon Simple.
Cucuk udah itu cucuk anjing elektronik.
Gila. Hero of man.
Simple could put a stop to Rain and all this space he takes towards Yard. He has to know this is in play. Has to know it could be a possibility here.
Well, the flash certainly implies as such. Simple's first foray out Yard finds nothing.
There's only so many options where Simple can look until he has to force the issue. And Faze know this. They know that it's been saved into the next round of play. So they're not going to be jiggling corners as much. They're playing some different angles to make sure that they're not so susceptible to that AWP.
Ada Rain kesini lagi nggak tuh? Ke secret lagi anjing. Simple mati nih Rain nih.
Rain is calling silo clear.
Can he really rack up any more? 16 to 5. He has been a thorn in Navi's side.
Tapi aduh, buang-buang AWP.
Wah anjing. Kena lagi mau berantakan guys, berantakan.
Aduh.
Faze major Alek anjing.
Faze up bitches.
Navi komplek guys.
Mestinya.
Navi
or mom.
Oh.
Navi gendut anjing.
Oh ada.
Gila. Kayaknya kompakan penontonnya ada dibanding Navi nyentet.
It's now or never. You're down a map. Down.
Kena lockdown anjing sama Faze anjing tai.
Up against the number one undefeated.
Nih harusnya di flashin sih, flashin terus masuk. Ya nggak jadi. Ada yang di bawah nggak?
Nggak ada. Ada.
Kelihatan.
Gila, kena lockdown lagi. Emang nggak bisa kemana-mana, Cok. Anjing.
Navi harus ngapain deh?
Iya anjing, ini udah nggak bisa gerak anjing Navi. Mau ngapain anjir?
Very light smattering of damage there. Nothing to really write home about. But once again, Navi have just been stalled on out.
Reno udah ke bawah.
All this room as here comes the fight. Carrigan he's take the initial exchange, but dropping back, forcing them further forward.
Mati nih sama Robs 2 orang nih. Fix.
GG. Oh.
Necessary damage done.
Mayan dapat plan.
Up against the rope. Simple electronic though, not to be underestimated.
Nice, Simple. Masih dapat satu. Astaga, kebakar. Ngentot. Aduh.
Gila anjing. Nice. Gigit kuku.
This is miserable right now for Navi. It's always simple and electronic in these late rounds, trying to get it done. They're not getting the help from the team that they require.
Kagak masuk anjing.
And guess what? Boomich has started yet another map extremely slow. Inferno, he was kept on that donut for round after round. Well, at least he's got one close to his name. But this is running
Itu lihat elektronik. Astaga.
It's a 2-0 Navi and pick up the first major trophy for all five.
Burn elektronik.
Astaga. Aduh, bunuh teman Perfecto. Bunuh si gendut anjing.
Kalian beberapa kali anjing final major.
Ini sih kok jadiin kayak musuh major sih GWP sih. Kira gue pensiun sih si Kerrigan sih gue itu jadi. Oh my god.
Far from it. Maybe somewhat of an equalizer in this man advantage phase. Prepare for the commitment. 2 orbs looking to rain down hellfire from the heavens, and they get nothing. And the hand
one more bro.
Nice banget.
For Simple. As they find
Ayo Simple, keep it up, anjing.
A bandage found. And you can see how close the rounds have been, because Faze will have to swallow their pride in round 14.
Really important round right there on Faze.
Ada SWG di major.
You hit the nail on the head with this comment about the double orb. How are you meant to get in, even with that one way you don't hit the necessary first shot, and Simple will punish. That's a round back here, but Navi, the best they can do is salvage this half. A buyback from Faze here. They don't want to let this one to steam out of control.
Boomich bunuh satu nggak tuh? Nggak di Inferno, nggak di Nuke, ngentot. Nah, kenapa sih kalau udah ketinggalan gini baru mainnya bagus ngentot?
Only a FAMAS MP9.
Kupis nggak ada duit ya? Baru nyadar gue.
Banyak mati.
Navi already within touching distance of a fourth. But salvage is the word, Chad. Salvage is the word for this half.
Sengit sih, Tin.
No room
for last guy, kalah 1 lawan 2.
Iya.
And it seems it's going the way. Only Brokey
Iko Navi bunuh 3.
could he be a spanner in the works in any way, shape or form? The answer,
Oh,
a resounding
Brokey sih. Jijik gua sumpah.
They want him.
Astaga. Astaga.
Oh my god.
Wah, gila.
Robs mau muter lagi nih.
Ah, sumpah.
Bumit sih astaga Bumit. Aduh. Overthinking now. Itu dua-duanya low ya tot.
Aduh.
Anjing. Greget banget gua ngentot nontonnya.
Pergerakannya anjing banget, Robs, what the fuck. Diem bak. Interview di batuk tadi. Boleh muji Robs.
Contending for round number 15 to try and deny the 5th for Navi. Just a couple of upgraded pistols and a couple of MP9s. Fantastic work on the openers there for Navi, but can Rain again really be that nuisance posting up?
Kalau 11-4, rip anjing.
Might be able to completely circumvent his position here with the smokes already up. You can see so many
Decided sih.
Iya, ini kalau kena Iko sih rip udah anjing.
Now control will be relinquished. Faze will have to give up this room, and that means they're going to tuck in towards the bomb sites.
Not a peep out of the Faze comms.
Ya, yang cuma punya MP9 Deagle. 2 flash 1 HE anjing. Aduh.
Baru udah panik.
Anjing. Ini masalahnya gue pengen diamond coin anjing.
Oh, lu pick em.
Iya.
Astagfirullah. Luncuk.
Bro, anjing. Nah, dapat 2 dah. Karakter yang 1 lagi. Nice. GH.
Can we categorize that as a recovered Navi?
They've definitely recovered the half here. 3 consecutive might give them a bit of momentum.
Gila, simple keringetan tuh lu anjing.
They need this pistol round in the second half to start things off early because if they're on
Ini
the
tadi
back
lu pas
foot again, they have to battle back. Navi can do it.
Keringetan dia anjing.
They brought it back on Inferno, but you would love to give yourself a breathing room. This team looks stressed. They look tense right now. Everything is working for Faze. Sure, Rain, 18 kills have bought you a massive buffer, but it's a buffer. It doesn't matter.
Kan udah di lift.
Iya, udah di lift
to get that 16 on the board. Simple and electronic, they've been absolute stars to help Navi out in round
Sih, pastinya ada bekas-bekas sisa gitu sih.
Ayo dong, pistol random. Ayo, ini beat harus keep it up juga nih anjing.
Everybody needs to activate for Navi now. They want to take this to a third. If they want to deny Faze getting this 2-0.
You know Carrigan has walked them through this pistol. Every movement, every shake of their tail. Well drilled.
Pace to this.
Aduh anjing, kasihan tai. Aduh.
Dari segitu keding pakai Glock anjingnya. Mau mati anjing lihatnya anjing. Aduh dibakar sih. Ketahuan dah. Ayah. Walah.
Aduh, males sih digituin. Dah, perfecto, what the fuck? Kuping paksit anjing.
Udah, sakit pinggang gua nontonnya ngentot.
Buset, ada gorila anjing.
Sold out ya katanya.
And we all are here united in celebration of its greatness. It's nothing more than a force buy out of Navi. They need a miracle. They need something special, and they've certainly got the players to do it.
Iya, Cok. Pakai force buy lagi, aduh.
Aduh, ini kalah si GG sih.
Lots of bodies here. Need to hit the shots.
My son, he's only got the dig, Chad. He's got nothing else.
Just trying to lure them in here. Look at the trap that's been set up. It's been run time and time again from Navi.
Dia nge-bait buat elektronik kayaknya simple. Elektronik, astaga Tuhan Yesus.
Aduh. Hop. Udah, kasihan.
Mending gua nonton Morbius anjing, film cacat, biarin dah.
Aduh, gaji.
Masih bisa anjing.
Hold up. This is competitive out of Navi. They have achieved a mid round.
Alah mati Perfecto.
Yuk nih jagoannya nih.
Rain is such a big game player. And a big game hunter.
Let's go.
Ini orang nih.
Gila anjing beat. Nice.
Itu dong anjing. Bam.
You naughty boy, 19 years of age this kid, and he's pulled Navi back from the brink. That's the second round force spike converted, and Rain was online.
Sisa 5 detik loh itu padahal.
Massive kills for bit right there. Need a string two together.
Rain ngapain anjing? Mentang-mentang dia air ngentot.
They might want to test him again. I'm not sure I would after the dig. Magic. He's the only one with the
Mampus lo overconfident ngentot anjing.
That's the AK down right there. The biggest
Bang,
weapon right now
pengen
with
banget
his Faze force spike's already been dumpstered.
Iya anjing.
Get this out of dodge, you will. Very risky maneuver right there, but has completely.
Emang udah gold bang.
Udah. Gua masih sinyo Faze, gua Navi anjing.
Can they really do one back? This shifting power courtesy of Bit.
Map 3 lah biar 9.
Masalahnya gue yang Berlin juga gold anjing. Gue belum ada koin diamond tai. Salah
yang
mulu
Berlin gold.
Iya.
What? Masih gendut. What doing man?
I know where he is, but this is where Karrigan has to activate. There's still plenty of time on the clock. Gives him a smoke. Cause a couple of issues.
Ini si gendut sih kagak bisa apa-apa lu beneran lu ngentot.
Berlin lu salah di mana bang?
Hah?
Salah di mana?
Mana? Gue lupa dah. Ntar gue. Salah di terakhirnya deh kayaknya deh. Di winner.
Lebih gitu ya.
Iya.
Itu gitu loh. Kalau kira sih aneh sih.
Astaga kena bokong cok. 14 detik oh ya udah dong. Anjing. Lock. Anjing.
Buka headset dulu.
Itu lihat sampai merah banget anjing kupingnya.
That's all they needed right there from Navi. They're back in this game. Right?
Yeah, setiap beres round.
But the fact is, Faze are going to have to take a second. Force back in. They didn't get the plant. They get a couple of kills. They keep Navi stressed. But there's no way you can continue to push the issue here. You are going to have to sit back on your haunches and just rock with 4 Glocks and a Deagle in the hands of Rain. Now, Rain will have to do something out of this world. He has been amazing.
Injak apinya biar mati ngentot.
Elektronik lu ngebunuh gua kan tadi katanya. Gantian gua duluan katanya.
Akhirnya si gendut bunuh lagi satu anjing.
Go.
Minumnya Fanta kocak.
Lah.
Amer kek gitu ya nyo.
Itu pada David bang.
5 Kalashnikovs brought to the server for round 20.
Yeah, whatever Faze's opening move here is, they are going to have to follow through. They don't have enough to go back for a top execute, no crowd control to make this one interesting. So stalling this one out, taking some time, leveling the playing field with the utility before you get stuck in with your smoke wall appears to be the name of the game. Squeaky blown off, lobby presence noted, and you can see them just sitting back. Now they deploy the smoke wall. Now they can get them some space to work with. And it's Rain again to take this on his lonesome. Clearing out Electronic's favorite hidey hole.
So the wall down and a full magazine expended should mark across and a safe
Ya Allah, berhasil nyelip dia.
Rain.
It's all about how they deal with the rotations right now with Navi, where they pull them to across the map. Now on the pistol round, Faze looked great at doing that. Let's see if Karrigan has another maneuver up his sleeve here.
Ini Bumits harus bunuh Ren si anjing.
Gila banget Ren sampai sini anjing.
Iya. Ini penonton bisa diem gak sih? Ngentot. Berisik banget. Astaga gendut. Aduh.
Navi now on the back foot. Can Simple step up when they need him? With a bullet, no problem. The USP, one bullet away from the double. He should be dead and is, but Perfecto kept on and Bit handed a very tasty morsel. The wallbang just off. Bomb is down.
Oh my god.
Rain, stop, bro. Stop. They're dead. Stop.
Acting cool. Lihat acting cool.
So manageable, but Rain
Wah, gila anjing.
has found form unlike anything we have seen before from him.
Anjing itu cewek. Seksi banget, Cok.
This is his grand final right now.
Mana? Tadi yang putih ada tangan putih.
He wants to do it for Carrigan as well as all the other boys.
Cowok,
Every day of this tournament passing, discussing the potential as you edge ever closer to it. Now you couldn't be closer than ever before.
Itu tadi kalau Simple PD ya, bunuh satu lagi, tinggal dua anjing darahnya.
Does it go the distance? Rain doesn't seem to think so.
And a second timeout taken from Navi here. This is such an important round for them. They have enough to get in another fight. But if Faze win this, they will break them.
Look at that. He took a seat on the first
He was on
fight.
2 HP. Rain was on 2 HP in that situation right there. Bit showing nerves. That was an easy kill on a silver platter. You could see they're getting ahead of himself with that spam, unable to connect, very flustered stuff, but Navi, this is it. This is their opportunity to stop Faze now. If they lose this one, if they lose everything.
Round ini kalah GG dah.
Iya lo udah ada duit mereka.
It's not pretty. Couple of sacrifices. And there's
Nice.
one sacrifice.
Nice.
The
Aduh.
quick back from Brokey. A necessary response.
GG dah nyo.
And it looks like Robs is a
Enggak lah, belum lah.
is cut short
F3 lah justru.
It was Rain and Robs that went poking.
Belum GG, masih jauh dari GG nih. Kalau Valorant iya satu round lagi ya.
We don't talk about that shit.
Iya, fuck.
Enables the other pieces to maneuver freely.
Children's game.
Hesitance from Faze.
Anjing Simple sih ngepicknya sih kayak anjing, lu di situ lu anjing.
Down on their luck. 4-round lead, but on the T side, every round hard fought.
Aduh, dilepas. Pantekan remnya dilepas.
Simple so sketched out. There's no information to
Lu jangan timing dong.
whatsoever.
Oke.
Don't know if they're wrapping heaven. Don't know if they're going to be from lobby.
Ya, yang jaga asik gendut lagi.
Smokes are up. This is the go sign.
Ayo Mitch, it's your time.
Looking for blood.
Your time.
As well. Navi holds fast. Brokey doesn't have time for anything magical. He'd rather preserve
Ngasih
the big
AWP.
green. Round 21 reaches its anticlimactic conclusion.
That's a gift from the god right there, quite literally. They might want to try and get this back. The fact that Brokey has this, it is huge into the next round.
Kalau kita sih udah ngejar anjing.
There's enough money to be able to buy another AWP full Simple.
Cari
That means he's
anjing.
going to have to operate with a rifle alone. Maybe he can get dropped an AUG at best, but he will not have an AWP. I just don't think the finances are there.
Gila penuh anjir.
Penuh banget anjing. Ini 2 juta orang ada nggak ya?
Some questions right now for
Yes.
Carrigan of how they want to proceed.
Ini
But if Brokey can find an opening
ini
here,
lapangan
there's a couple of pistol
football
upgrades
nggak sih
behind him.
anjing?
He can drop a body, drop a weapon.
Gak tahu
We know
saya
that Faze are
gimana.
consistently threatening. So if he can find the
Oh,
opening, he
what a
can make
movement.
way into a round like this for Faze.
Navi well aware that it could be in the mix.
Oh.
And the marching orders state, do not catch that bullet from the AWP, the most threatening
2-3 nggak tuh darahnya?
for Faze into our 22nd.
Simple dapat info, 1 vending.
Opportunity as well for Navi just to remind themselves of what's at stake, a slow round with a distinct advantage.
They're going to try and make room for this AWP here.
10.000 bang.
18.000.
16.000 ya.
Iya.
Broky bener-bener dah.
Kayak
Berat.
lebih nggak sih? Kayak 8.000, 18.000 anjing ini.
Iya anjing nggak kayak segitu anjir.
Rob's here, P250 in hand, 30 seconds left on the clock. Absolutely no hope in this one. Just hoping to get a kill or two here. Broky's having a fantastic game. Squeaky's going to swing on open, runs on out, and Boomich is going to take care of that. Gets his 7th kill. Rain's been having a great game, 26 to his name, but Broky, 19. Right, that's why he was a threat in that situation with that saved AWP. Can never count him out.
Half by. Incer AWP ya, Faze.
Feeling very, very similar right now to how the scenes unfolded on Inferno. Faze with such a blistering lead in the early stage of the first half. Navi recovering, salvaging the first half, and now drawing themselves back to just a 2-round margin.
This is interesting out of Faze Clan.
Yeah, managing the finances here. Might be some pace behind this.
Anjing ngeras. Waduh, perfecto. Nice. Mampus. Anjing, Rain bisa di situ dong.
Oh,
that's simple. He's down and out, Rain on a half buy, bounding around, keeping the whole team on their toes. He's playing an absolute career game right now. Still alive.
Masih alot banget itu Rain ngentot. Astaga. Aduh.
Wah anjing, Rain jago banget, tolong. Mati juga dong dia. Oh my god,
wah
nice,
gila,
Rain.
gila.
Lemes gue, jago banget Rain, nice, god, what a god.
They had 2K to spare and Faze pull a round out of the hat.
I don't think Electronic can quite believe it there. They get multiple kills. Simple takes a huge risk by peering out of heaven and taking that first fight. Electronic gets one through the smoke and they end up losing that round. That right there is what we would consider a tilt round. They're in such a horrible position now, Navi, because the money, it's not evenly distributed. Simple can pull out this hero AWP. We've seen him do it once. I think we're about to see him do it again. A couple of coaches behind this as well. We've seen them in these situations when they're in hot water. They have to turn to this man on the screen. Faze have taken a timeout. They're trying to make sure that they can stay in control of this because that's a gimme. That's a round that they shouldn't have been converting. That would have been Navi drawing this back to a 1-round lead.
So hundreds and thousands of us on tenterhooks on the very edge of our seat here in the Sport Palais. 13-10. Round 24 to be played. Electronic tasked with yard. No initial wall of smokes. Looking to force rotations of the defense.
Force buy nih. Dua ordai anjing.
Faze are in the power position right now. They don't have to rush anything. They can wait this out. They can slowly discover what lies in wait from this Navi buy. There's a lot of questions to be answered here, and the longer that they wait, the more utility Navi uses, and this one starts to tip further and further in FaZe Clan's favor. Remember, this is a force. Loss bonus for both teams. Towards the bottom of the barrel here. This could be the knockout blow from FaZe if they can convert a round like this.
If. Only one way to find out. Smoke to the heaven. Implies a top hit. And Carrigan, he's got more to imply the same. That's a molly set up.
Full support, boss.
Should he desire 50 seconds and still statues from all 10. No one moves a muscle. More nades flying through. Still not a single bullet fired. Still guessing.
Yang disikat rem.
Gets an answer. Doesn't find the lethality, but he can call upon Simple to step it up. Carrigan's pulled one back on the top side. A wall bang.
20 detik kan.
Astaga,
di strafing. Anjing. Udah kelar.
Oh.
Gila. GG Faze keren anjing.
Faze Clan are on the very edge of writing history. The very edge. 2 rounds. They've played hundreds of thousands in their lives, but 2 rounds is all that separates them from doing what no one has done before among an international roster. Navi.
Ekonominya rusak, anjing.
Options so limited now for the back-to-back.
Tuh, udah sampai keringetan anjing, simple. Harus gimana gua katanya. Force buy lu.
You got 2,400 in the final rounds to defend, to make sure that you do not lose the opportunity just to take this one to a 3rd map. FaZe are in the driver's seat here. This is their game. This is their major. This is what they've been working for.
And the way in which these players have arrived in this roster.
Gila.
Rob's the final piece of the puzzle.
Navi bener-bener gak bisa apa-apa, Cok.
What?
Ah, udahlah. Thank you. Menang.
Gila. Kelar sih ini. Kelar.
Someone has to step up huge here for Navi. They just have these pistols. It's not going to be trading. Somebody needs a multi.
Lihat Robs masih di sini, jijik banget anjing.
They're stepping up for lobby info while FaZe are already heading straight on into a 1-man guarded site. Electronic summons Boomich. Oh, and he's not ready for that. He falters.
GG ini tim udah pasti GG.
Ticked off the list. FaZe have all the time in the world. It's bit with 1. We need more out of Navi, and it's Electronic with the 1 as well. Only Perfecto. He's been known to clutch. But this is too tall a task to ask.
Mati dari fan.
Time.
Ay, anjing timing.
FaZe, ladies and gentlemen, have 5 opportunities.
Beres. GG. Gila FaZe. Gila FaZe.
This series hangs in the balance of the last Navi timeout. Blade slowly creating this roster of titans.
Roster of titans. Boom lah.
They can't stop this.
Yang menang nangis lagi nih Karigan nih anjing.
Absolutely no way that Navi can bring this one back. They are broken here.
Satu isi FaZe kan pernah menang major.
Kemarin FaZe apa sih ESL kan?
Iya, Katowice.
Kemarin masih sama siapa ya? Navi di Katowice.
Jitu.
Iya, Jitu.
Yang Morsi gila banget.
Oh, iya.
Yeah.
Is this the round that changes all of that? Twist set out on a mission, the pointy end of FaZe's spear in pursuit of glory. They are the architects of their fate. Mouse and keyboard. And the brain on their shoulders. And Perfecto trying his luck. Good damage. He wants to
Astaga, di repick dong Perfecto.
Desperate to try and tip the scales, but he's gone down. Is that the start?
Anjing Rain udah di sini, cu. Aduh.
It could be 55. Still the T side required to gain access to a site. The options plentiful.
Rain entry. GG FaZe. GG FaZe. Gila. Gila. 2-0 kan. Tuh kan nangis lagi kan Karigan kan.
Navi dethroned. The elusive accolade. Greatness from across the globe. They do what so many set out to achieve. And it's such a glorious arena. Remember this moment, Antwerp, because I know for sure 5 people who will. Ladies and gentlemen, your PGL Antwerp Major Champions!
Gila Faze.
Give it up for Faze Clan!
Tapi gila anjing Ren jago banget nyet.
Gila
Sakit
Ren.
gitu.
Ren sama Brokinya sih gila sih. Gila banget Cok. Ini udah undebatable anjing. Mau ngomong apa, Cok? Wah, gila sih.
Right.
Your PGL Major Antwerp champions, Faze Clan!
Kata-kata teh anjing, berhenti gitu teriak.
Gila Faze.
International teams who have ever done it. I'm going to start with you, Robs. You joined this team, you come back in with Carrigan. You're on top of the world, you're the #1 team, but this certainly wasn't easy. But you just did it in 2 and got your first major championship. How do you describe that, brother?
You cannot. It's just dreams come true for every single one of us. Undescribable.
Now, Twist, the man who tried in many occasions to get it done with Liquid. Now you come onto this roster, you've been grinding out, you move away from North America, and you come in to do it with Faze. What does this mean to you?
Honestly, it's a special feeling to win a major in my career so early on. And there's no other team that I would want to have accomplished it with. These guys are family to me, and I'll never forget these moments with them, seriously.
Hard work pays off. Now, you just said so early in your career,
Emotional anjing.
Emotional
Emotional damage. Koin gua emas. Goblok.
Bang Dra.
Hah?
Bagus tuh gol.
Anjing emang bangsat.
It's an amazing fucking feeling, and I can't believe Harry Carrigan, after Boston, we finally fucking did it. I feel so good.
Finally.
Karigan sih gila sih. Karigan gila.
Little words normally, but if you got something to say for everyone out there, now you're lifting that major trophy, brother.
We fucking made history, boys!
That's all we need from you, Brokey. Now, Carrigan, I got to ask you quickly.
Nangis.
32
Block.
years old, still grinding away at the game you love, but this one eluded you time and time again. How does that feel in your hands?
To be honest, never back down. Doesn't matter how hard life hits you. I've been benched a few times, came back. All I wanted in my life wanted to make history, that an international team won a major, and we fucking did it in here!
Now, I've also got to ask you, though, Inferno, my oh my, that was close. Flashbacks at all?
I mean, what I just wanted to say, I wanted to say I'm stronger than I was in Boston, and I think that showed today. Even though whatever break through in this team, positive mindset. We can lose a 1v5 and we can win the next round. Keep focused on the moment, and I'm just proud to call all these my teammates, and I'm just so happy where I am right now, and Faze is my family.
It definitely seems like one big family for sure. So now we have Katowice.
Tapi emang mereka nyatu banget sih main, gila. Iya sih. Kayak semua role-nya tuh kepake. Bener banget gitu anjing. Ini Karigan juga pinter banget anjing nge-call-nya. Ngepet.
It just makes my life so happy, and I appreciate everyone who came today and cheered for great CS. Thank you very much.
Wis pendek banget ya.
Iya.
Iya emang.
And finally, Carrigan, you said it right. Never give up, never back down. What advice would you give to anyone that's struggling right now, anyone who wants to push forward and try and achieve their goals like you've managed to do here today?
In my opinion, ignore what everybody says about you. Sit down in a dark corner and make sure that once you prove everyone wrong in this world, that you did it by grinding and by going the hardest way possible, and just keep believing in yourself. That's what I learned in the last phase. I didn't believe in the end of myself. I joined with Robs in Mouse Sports, and I started to believe that I could come back and be the best in-game leader, and now have the best team in the world to do this. So yeah, always keep believing and dreaming.
I love it. Carrigan, Faze, congratulations.
Gila, fit in banget sih ini semua rosternya sih. Gila anjing. Keren. Dah. Kalian menghilangkan koin gua anjing.
Here we go. Faze Clan are your PG.
Dah, ngantuk, gua end stream dulu.
Ya, gua juga mau tidur.
It's just so beautiful to see. Kerrigan has had a date with destiny since 4 years on that fateful day that he couldn't get it done with rain on a rainy day in Boston. But today, them two do it. Not just them two, all 5 of them.
Thank you guys. Good
night.
Bye-bye
semua.
Tidur nyenyak.
Si nyopler, anjing. Lihat.